Welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast. It's your boy, Dat Ninja Dev, joined as always by Donnie Eat the Hype Reese and Delvin of the St. Thomas Virgin Islands, not St. Thomas, Jamaica, Cox.
Did we change like perspectives? Because I remember us being in this kind of.
Yeah, I was at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Superman video, I was in the back. New Self video, I was in the back.
What a throwback.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to start with Delvin's Corner today because my man went on a trip and apparently he's got stories to tell. So I feel like we should just take a little jaunty trip to Delvin's Corner. Tell us what the hell your name is talking about.
Look, this past week was a journey. A journey like no other, to say the least. It's been literally an experience. Let's start from the beginning. Sit back, folks. If you got a blunt, light your blunt. If you got to smoke them, got a beer, drink your beer, because I'm going to take you on a ride. So, let's start at the beginning. Perfect. So,
smoke something
my girl,
white.
She was having a whole bunch of things.
That's why brother with the weed man.
I'm gonna give everybody the setup for what happened. So my girl, her birthday was like last week or something like that. Last week Monday or something like that. Originally, she didn't want to do nothing for her birthday because, frankly speaking, her daughter bankrupted her with all the shit for graduation and all the Corvettes and all that other bullshit, and had to have a graduation party, had to have a prom party, had to have all these parties. It was so she was like, I don't want to do that for my birthday. I'm like, I know that's a trick.
Lie.
I'm not falling for that one. I'm not falling for that one at all, because I know what that means. That means I want you to pay for something for me to do for my birthday. So, me being the person I am, I'm like, you know what? Let's do a one-day trip. Anywhere you want to go. Anywhere in the continental United States you want to go. Just pick a place. We'll go there for a day, come back. Because I know she got to work and stuff like that because of her job, busy schedule, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So she was like, okay. She had two places to pick from that she chose. The key word in all this is she chose. Las Vegas and St. Thomas. I said, okay, either one of those are fine with me. I don't care. I've never been to either one of them, surprisingly. I've never been to Las Vegas. Never been to St. Thomas.
What?
Never been to Las Vegas, correct. Never been to Las Vegas. None of my friends ever went to Las Vegas. For like any events, or like, no, people have bachelor parties to do things like that. None of my friends did that, so I never went to Las Vegas.
Go to North Carolina.
Throw your hands up. Take
That's
your
what
shirt off.
His Vegas is Asheville.
Yes. Home of Ric Flair.
Damn.
But so she ended up picking like St. Thomas, and she's like, so the whole time she's sending me all these beautiful places you can go to in St. Thomas. Like she's like, this is the place I want to go to. Like all these amazing like sites and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. I look up flights. Flights are cheap. Like really cheap.
I mean, it's across the street for you, so it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, planes are falling down at the sky. Shit's kind of fucked up now. They just get on a plane.
Dev, you could just walk there. It's like Dev and Death Valley. It's just
basically
the backyard.
If I was Jesus, I could just walk across the water.
You could have swam. You could just swim across.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those
people swim that channel.
Swim.
No, I can swim. I can swim. I made sure I try to break every stereotype I possibly can when it comes to black people. Like I don't want to eat chicken. I can swim. You won't see me eating watermelon. I guarantee you will not find a single picture of Delvin eating watermelon. Because absolutely not. Nope, not doing it.
I don't like watermelon.
I don't either.
That here.
I think watermelon's completely overrated.
It is really overrated.
1,000% agree.
It's just some Southern people shit, man. Like 1,000%. That's like the most overrated fruit.
I don't like it at all. I'm glad we all universally agree on that.
You couldn't find nothing better than this?
Yeah.
This is your king?
And anytime you tell anybody their feedback, you always get the same response. You must not know how to go to water. I've heard that 1,000 times.
Right.
I'm like, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this,
Yes.
it's okay to just not like watermelon.
Watermelon.
Its flavor
Flavorless crap.
is water.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's in
that's
the
the funny
name.
thing. They're like, oh, it tastes like water. Why don't you like it? It's a fruit that tastes like water. How does that sound?
Why do I
fucking
want to
appealing?
eat flavorless mush? It just
Yeah.
doesn't sound like fun.
I could just
So
drink
overrated.
water. Just drink water.
Comes with less seeds.
Yeah. Seedless water.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't like seeds and pulp in my water. Thank you very much. I'm
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
We're good over
No,
here.
thank you. Yeah. So we plan the trip. Our flight leaves at 7:15. So we got to be to the airport like 6 o'clock. I plan this out perfectly. I get up at 4:30, pick up at 5. There's a little place that you can drop your car off, and they'll watch your car for you for like a couple of days. You pay them like $20, and they'll drive you to and from the airport. So I'm like, yeah, I've done this before when I went to New York. This is perfect. So I said, this is great. Had all that planned out, right? Everything, and shout out to Spirit. Spirit Airlines, for all the shit Spirit gets, boy. Spirit is great. I have not had one bad experience on Spirit.
Spirit's gonna get you there. It's not gonna be pretty.
You're going to
It'll
get there.
get you there.
You're going to get there on time.
I was gonna say there's 1,000 documented experiences online if you need to look them up. Like,
My
He
experience
said
with
he
Spirit,
hasn't had any problem.
yeah, I get
not
it.
any.
I also have had no problems with Spirit. And I'm
None.
flying a hell of a lot longer than you. I'm going coast to coast.
When I've got
Ain't
on
no problems.
United, every time I get on United, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting home for 3 or 4 hours. The time that the ticket says is the estimated time. That is not the actual time. Spirit, like, nah, I don't give a fuck. This plane is on fire. You are getting to your destination at the
You're getting
time
out
you're
of here on
supposed to
time.
be. To and from St. Thomas, our plane left at least 10 minutes early and got there like 30 minutes early. Like, God damn. Shouts out to them. So, we get on the plane. It's all good. My whole thing is when I get on a plane, I like to be left alone. Because I want to talk. I want to sit there, play my Switch. It's a 3-hour flight. Play my Switch or listen to some
Shortest damn
podcast.
flight.
See, yeah, it's perfect. So I'm like, yo. I tell her, she gets on the plane, right? We get on the plane. I think I had the window seat. And she's like, I want the window seat. Like, I don't give a shit. Just take the window seat. But I said, I don't think you should have the window seat because you have a bladder of like a 12-year-old. You always have to pee and shit. And I don't like, I usually use the bathroom before I get on the plane so I can just like, wait until like, I get off the plane. No, I'll be good. Soon as the plane gets in the sky, you know how they do the flashing your seatbelts thing like that. They haven't even like taken the seatbelts out. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, motherfucker. Like we're not even at the level where you can go in the bathroom yet. You can't go yet. But I gotta go back. Like, why you didn't go before we left? I did. Like, oh my God.
You gotta treat her like a kid. Go use the bathroom right now before the plane takes off.
Yes. So I had to sit here next to her while she's like squirming and shit until the fasten seatbelt sign goes off, and then it finally goes off. Then she has to, and it's always awkward when you have to get up on a plane and go somewhere because fast seatbelt sign goes off like it usually goes off like around 30 minutes and stuff. So people be getting like right into their nap and shit. Then you gotta wait. Like, excuse, you gotta get up. You gotta go to the bathroom. And shit, they be looking at you like, motherfucker, why? Like it is. So you gotta get up. Then she goes to the bathroom. She comes back. We sitting down, and she's one of those people who she used the bathroom. Then 30 minutes later, she gotta use it again.
What?
Yeah. So 30 minutes to an hour later passes by. She has used it again. So I gotta wake this dude up again to get up. And they're like, God damn.
Did she have more? Did she have something to drink? Like,
no. That's the baffling thing about this. She didn't. I'm like, you're not allowed to drink before we get on planes. This is unacceptable. So while she finally gets back on, and is uncomfortable because I have to get up too, so she can go use the bathroom and stuff like that. So now I'm like, once she gets settled in and stuff, I'm like, let me play some Zelda. Playing Breath of the Wild, enjoying my time. I get to a what do you call those things? What do you call them, Donnie? Not a temple.
Shrines.
A
A shrine. I get to a shrine, right? I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna get this shrine out the way and stuff like that. I'm gonna knock this out the way. It's the shrine where you have to move the ball into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that is
There's a few of those.
when you're on a
Quite a
plane,
few.
it's not a good idea to do this. A plane that's
Motion
shaking.
controls.
Just
you got
flip it
gyro.
upside down.
Yeah, just flip it up.
Flip
just
the
move
board
it.
upside down and just whoop. There you go. Problem solved.
Piece of cake.
No. I didn't try to do that. I tried to use the gyro and stuff like that while the
He's
plane's
telling you the
moving and
gyro.
shit.
If it's the one
Yeah.
where you've got to like flip it, he's actually telling you the way to cheat that temple. You literally
Yeah.
flip the switch upside down. Because what that does is it flips the maze upside down, and the bottom of the maze is flat.
Okay.
So then you can just roll it and flip it into the bucket.
Yeah. Mine
Yep.
was
If
like
that's the one. I know. Yeah, I know. I exactly know that's right.
Yeah, mine was like, hey, you got to use the gyro. I'm like, this shit's
Yeah.
making me dizzy. It's giving me a headache. Fuck this
still
shit.
didn't.
I'm telling you to use the gyro.
Well,
just flip
you
the
were on the
switch.
flip it
goddamn
upside
plane with me,
down.
Dev. You were on the plane with me, so I didn't know this. I couldn't just call a friend. This was not. This was
You gotta
not
phone
Who
a
Wants
friend
to Be a
here.
Millionaire. You want to call a friend, Dale? No, I cannot call a friend. So I was fucked. Like, well, guess I'm not playing this anymore. Games give me a headache. I'm
You
getting
could have
dizzy.
just played a different shrine.
I was gonna say, there's a whole world out there you could have
You
gone
could
to
have just
instead.
left the shrine.
Nah, fuck that, son. I was determined.
Wow.
I was like,
Were
nah.
you?
Yeah, I was determined. Like, I need to beat this shrine. I'm not leaving this shrine until I beat it. Said, fuck this. Not happening. So,
That sounds
So
like
the
the
shrine
opposite
won.
of determined.
Yeah,
it won.
that's the opposite of determined.
It won for now. So,
Jeez.
we finally get to St. Thomas, right? She's all excited and stuff like that. The first thing she asks is, I want to get kunk. Like, motherfucker, there's kunk in Miami, and I don't think they have kunk here. Like, why would we come way down here for fucking kunk? This is not the place you go to for kunk. Yeah, it is. Like, you sure about that? You sure? She like, yeah. Don't look it up, Dev.
He already has.
Because I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to where the story turns.
I don't know
And
what
it's-
the fuck kunk is. What is kunk?
Oh, you know what kunk is?
No. That's what
If
I was
I-
looking at. What is that?
If I describe it to you, you're like, that doesn't sound good at all. It's essentially a sea snail, like a sea mollusk that you cook up and you fry. You can grill it. It tastes very good,
So
very
seafood.
tender. They make
You
conch
mean
salad out of it.
conch? Like a conch shell?
There's a conch shell, but they call it conch down here. Conch salad,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like, what is conch?
Yes.
Oh, a conch shell.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, well, there's this thing that you go to. So, first place you want to go to is this little, like skyline you can go to that you can ride up, and you can see the whole island from the skyline. And you can ride the whole thing down and stuff like that. And it takes you to a restaurant. So we went there first, right? She goes there. She asks for kunk. Of course, they don't have it. So she gets annoyed. So she's like, let's go to the skyline, right? We go on the skyline, right? This is just fucking like the Metro Rail. Like, this is the Metro Rail. Like, this is Metro Rail, one person. Why do we pay all this money to go on this thing? So
For
we ride-
$70.
Yeah, it's like $70. Oh, by the way, I forgot one important part of this detail. When we got there, I rented a car because I'm like, I'm not going to be paying taxis and stuff like that, right?
Wow.
These are some of the most fucked up roads I've ever seen in my life. Like, every turn could mean your death. Like,
Yeah.
like the roads all broken up. I'm in this raggedy ass Nissan because I'm like, when you rent a car, usually when you rent a car, right? You go to a rental car place, they have the car washed for you, cleaned up. Nah, son, they ain't do none of that shit. This car was beat the shit. This car, I'm like, this is like they just rented me one of the homies' car. Like, yeah, you can take SA car over there, man. It's just good. It's good. It'll get you ready to go.
Was it a Nissan Sentra?
Yes, it was. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Donnie, you muted.
You're muted, Donnie.
You weren't paying for taxis, but your grand plan was to rent
I
a Nissan?
I will
Nissan
tell you why.
Sentra. Jeez.
Because apparently there, taxis are very expensive. Like extremely expensive. Taxis are expensive. This whole place is just set up to take your money. Gas was like $6.
Did you
How
take
much
a taxi
driving are you doing?
to figure this out?
No, they tell you there. They tell you like the hotel that we got tells you you're better off renting a car because taxis are way overpriced and they're gonna steal your money. And the water ferries are way over.
They probably have some kind of talk with the rental car companies that instead of
Rental car wasn't that much. Rental car was like $100. I could deal with that. Taxi like $30, $40 each ride plus tips, something like that. You know, and the island's only so big.
They don't have Uber.
That's what I'm thinking. How much
Lyft?
driving?
They don't
are you
have
doing?
Uber.
You're there for one
lot.
day. How much driving are you doing?
Spoilers, Donnie. A fucking lot. You have to drive everywhere because there's no fucking sidewalks, and the roads are like completely fucked up. They will literally hit you if you're trying to walk.
Why are you driving from one side of the island to the other? What are all these attractions you're ranking up
Skyline,
miles
the
to
metro.
get to?
I'm gonna get to that because there was a lot of things that she wanted to do. Can you guess what happened, Dev?
Wrong St. Thomas.
Goddamn right, Dev. The wrong fucking St. Thomas.
She
There's
thought she
more
was
than
going
one?
to Jamaica, and we
Yes!
went to the Virgin Islands.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me there's more than one St. Thomas. Like, it's like, wait, there's
Yeah.
more than one St. Thomas on the island?
No, there's one St. Thomas. Period.
Yeah,
she
no,
was
that I
looking
knew.
up stuff for
I
St.
got
Thomas,
you.
Jamaica, and
Yeah.
we're in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. So when I'm putting in things on the GPS, it's like 12,000 miles. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This
So
ain't gonna
neither
work.
one of y'all knew that y'all wasn't in Jamaica?
No, I didn't plan the trip. I didn't look at anything. I was like, whatever you want to do, Like, this is not like when I finally looked at what she planned. Like, this is not here. Everything she planned was not in the St. Thomas, and the things that were actually in the Virgin Islands was on another fucking island.
Oh, boy.
Yes. This is not so. As you can see, this trip is going swimmingly well.
Yeah.
So let's get to the even more fun part. So I don't know if you know this. In St. Thomas, you have to drive on the left side of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just driving
Another
through these
reason
left side of the streets.
I don't drive.
Yeah.
Get the Uber.
And everything, the hills are all fucked up. Every corner you can make. It's like you're driving a track from fucking not even like you're driving a Forza track. Like every turn can be your last turn. The roads are fucked up. People just randomly walking in front of the cars. So I took her to like 4 different restaurants. She didn't want nothing on none of the restaurants, so she getting on my goddamn nerves at this point in time. She's like, I don't want this, I don't want that. Like, ooh. Now I'm getting annoyed. So then she looks up this spot, right? She's like, oh, this is like a spot that might have conch. So I'm driving to the spot. St. Thomas doesn't look amazing at first. It looks amazing visual-wise, like the buildings and stuff like that. But you can tell they're a very impoverished place. Mm-hmm. So when you start seeing the conditions of the road get worse than they already are, and you start seeing houses turn to shacks, you know you're reaching the hood.
Nintendo Shacks?
No.
Damn.
No. Unfortunately, no. So I'm driving to this place. I'm like, do you know where we're going? Yeah, it's right up here. This is a tourist spot. Like, I don't think this is a tourist spot. I think it's a local spot. I think we're like, I know the hood. I live in Miami. This is the hood.
We're going to the local hole in the wall, good place to eat. That's
Yes.
what it is.
And then I seen it, Dev. This is a lesson for anybody who chooses to go to St. Thomas. I don't know why you would after this story, but this. If
The
there's
other
a
St.
man,
Thomas. Why anybody would choose to go to the other St. Thomas?
yes, maybe both of them. I don't know yet. If there's
I've
a
been to
man
both. They're not bad.
on the street corner waving you to come in while you're in a car, you do not stop.
Don't do that.
Don't stop. Much like The Last of Us, they're setting you up.
Yeah.
That happened twice.
Do you
And the
normally stop for people that wave at you in Miami?
Absolutely not.
I mean, I think generally you shouldn't stop for anybody waving at you in your car. That's just
you
a
would be
general rule to live
surprised.
by.
You would be surprised how often that happens when people stop. So she's like, that guy's waving at us. What should we do? I see. I should keep
AAA.
pressing on this motherfucking gas. That's what I'm going to do. And she's like, oh, that guy over there has a ski mask on. They like, get the fuck out. You think I got robbed? Bitch, I'm from the hood. That shit ain't happened to me. like, yo. So it's like, oh, that guy has a ski mask on. They was going to rob us. Like, oh, you think? Like, we were going to get robbed.
That's why you shouldn't be driving.
No,
You can't eat everybody's house. You just can't go drive random cities.
Oh, I'm going to drive.
You need to lay the land.
Because I'll tell you why in a second. So I drive past these fuckers, finally get to this hole in the wall spot, right? And it looks like something off of what's the Hulk Hogan show? Thunder in Paradise. One of those bars.
Wow.
See? Like one of those rundown bars that has like only beer and water. So,
We've got Red Stripe. We've got
Yes.
Red Stripe.
that's what we have. So she finally found her conch, or as you say, conch, right? And
That's what it looks like to me.
and it wasn't fried; it was like grilled conch. And she like, okay, this is good enough. And I'll get the fish. The fish was pretty good. Was really good actually. She ate the conch. She's like, I don't like this. After all these, like, after all this fucking driving, she's like, I don't like this, like, motherfucker. I said, you know what? Just take my fish.
We have conch at home.
A lot of it. We're like known for it. It's like Miami's like known for its conch. So she takes mine, right? We're sitting there. At this point, I'm annoyed. So I was like, you know what? Let's go someplace I want to go to. There's this place called Bluebeard's Castle. Have you ever been there, Dev, since you've been in the Virgin Islands?
Mm-mm.
It's right next to a hotel. See, D-Life said it's pronounced conch. That's why I say that's how people down here pronounce it. And yes, D-Life's wife is Bahamian, and she will cut you.
Conch.
See?
Conch.
Yeah.
Conch.
Can't do it.
But yes. But so we go to this place called Bluebeard's Castle, right? And in this place is like all this stuff about this pirate Bluebeard who landed there or some shit like that. I don't give a fuck about that part of the story. In this place, there's this white guy who apparently like this diver. And he has like a museum of all this stuff he's found while diving. And he's like, you could pay like $5 to see all the shit he's found and stuff like that. All kind of cool artifacts and stuff like that. So we go up in there, we're looking at all the cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff like guns from like the Pirates era and stuff like that. A lot of cool coins and stuff. We're walking through these things like that, and he's like, all right, you know. So then when we leave.
You are in the Caribbean, so yeah.
Yeah. So when we leave, we go to, cause the way it works is you pay him, like it's $5 each person. You pay him the $5, well, $10 for us. He gives you the key. You go in there, you look at what you want to look at. He's like, don't steal nothing. Lock it up when you leave. So literally, he's like, oh, don't let nobody else in. They try to come in. Tell them they got to go give me $5.
This
how do you
is why I just go on cruises to eliminate the possibility of this shit. No,
So-
thank you.
we go in there and look at all the cool stuff like that, right? Like it was like really cool, like a really cool, like a little small museum and stuff like that. So we go give him back the key, and we're talking to him. He's like, yeah, I had a whole bunch of cool stuff in there, but you know, a lot of that stuff you're not supposed to have because it's illegal. He said, want to see the coolest thing I've ever found? Like, sure. He pulls out he had like a book with all the pictures of things he's pulled out, right? So we're thinking like, he's going to show us something like pirate treasure or some shit like that. He shows us a giant ass picture of a pound of coke that was underwater for so long it like got like algae and shit on it. Like, yeah, I found a pound of coke. And he said for years I had that pound of coke right in the museum up there. And then one day cops came in here looking at the stuff and I had to end up selling that coke. He said they didn't realize what it was because it was covered in algae and stuff like that. But yeah, I had coke in there. Like, oh, it was a lot of coke. Giant picture of coke. And he was showing us all these things.
He's rich now. I mean,
oh, he's very rich. He's a very rich white man. His whole thing is just going there and getting things and selling them. He's kind of like Indiana Jones, but he sells shit, what Indiana Jones didn't do.
yeah.
So
Indiana put him in the museum. He said, "I'm going to make my own museum and make money off of this stuff."
yes. So we leave this place. Things look a little bit up. So we're like, there's this famous beach down here. Let's go to that beach and see what's going on. So we go to this random beach, right? I can't remember the name of the beach. And there is a chicken wing festival going on. Yes, Dad.
Chicken wing festival.
A chicken wing festival.
Okay.
And what this festival was, I guess the main pull of this festival is you buy these tickets, right? And the ticket allows you to try a piece of chicken because different people there are making all kind of different chicken wings and stuff. And it's a chicken wing contest going on, and you have to kind of vote for the best one. So we're buying the chicken and stuff like that, the different chicken wings, and trying them out.
The King of the Wing Chicken Festival.
Yes.
June 14th, St. Thomas. Yeah, I found the website.
Yes. So we're just walking around this festival and stuff like that, eating these wings, and then my girl's like, I hear rap music. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go see what's going on over there. So we just walk randomly down the beach, walking over there and stuff like that. And we look at the stage. I'm like, is that who I think it is? Just randomly performing in St. Thomas? Yes, it fucking is. It's fucking Lupe Fiasco, famous rapper from said song Kick Push and another amongst other hip hop hits. He's just up there performing, a whole free ass show. He did like 7 songs.
Oh wow!
Just performing his ass off. Like, oh, Lupe's here. All the white people going crazy. Like, damn, I didn't know. Well, I didn't know this many white people here. But they was out there. They was singing the lyrics. They was having a blast. Like, oh, like this was pretty dope. Just get to see a free Lupe concert. He was sitting there performing all the songs. Then Lupe like, I'm just gonna bust a freestyle. Start freestyling about St. Thomas. Like, oh, this is dope. Just get to see Lupe perform. So, like, all right, we watched the show. We had a good time watching the show. Then we leave. We're driving.
Long ass day.
Yes, it's a long day. A lot more stuff. As we're driving back to the hotel, they try to rob us again. a whole different group of people try to rob us. Like, yeah.
Jeez.
This is like crazy. So we get to the hotel. I get like the hotel like on this weird like mountain, like a supervillain mountain that you have to drive up and shit like that. It's like, yes.
What?
It's a mountain it's like on that you have to drive up this giant ass hill to get to it. It has a really cool like viewpoint. Like you can look, when you look outside, like, oh, this is fucking cool. Like it looks like you like a boss. It looks like
Delvin's
a rap video.
Corner is happening, Garrett. Delvin's Corner.
So we drive up this mountain to get to the hotel and stuff like that, right? And I look at my phone. And let me see if I can pull up. I'm going to see if I can pull up exactly what it says. Because they sent me Hotels.com, the person who owns the hotel, sent me a do's and don't of the island. I'm going to see if I can pull it up.
Oh, my goodness. You're not allowed to book vacations anymore. This just sounds awful. Like, no more. You go find you an all-inclusive resort and you go there. You're too old for this stuff.
You might be right.
Nonsense.
You might be right, Def. You might be actually right. So I'm going to tell you what they told me.
The do's and don'ts of the island.
Yes, I'm trying to. Why is it not pulling it up? I'm gonna pull it up real quick because this is a very important aspect that would have been important to know before I got there.
Like, did
Essentially,
that to you until you were headed to the hotel. Like, they didn't come with the
no, I was
reservation?
already there. Okay, let me tell you. I'm gonna read what it says. We thank you for choosing Island View Guest House here in St. Thomas. Our system is completely automated to enhance your experience. Please note that due to our scenic location on the mountainside overlooking Charlotte Amalie, walking in and from town is not recommended, as it's considered by some to be dangerous. We also do not have a ride-share, Lyft, or Uber service on the island and only have our local taxi association. Please note that our taxi services are extremely high in price here, so on the island, so we suggest all guests that they rent a car as soon as possible, as it only takes a few minutes of driving to get acclimated to the roads on the left side. If coming by cab, there's a cab service on exit terminal with the rates on the wall for your convenience. If you are driving, maps are blah, 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 blah. That's not the important part. Just to reiterate, we suggest all guests rent a car because that's your best and most affordable way to navigate the islands, as the islands and taxi and waterfront service are extremely expensive and walking into town and around town is unsafe.
Yeah.
Our Wi-Fi password is this.
And here's the Wi-Fi password.
They're so they're telling you it's not safe here. So I'm like, all right, good. I rented a car. Everything's good, So we decided to go to dinner at the hotel and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Sitting there on a mountainside looking at the scenic locations. It's pretty cool experience with that. Then she wanted to go take this picture by the I Love St. Thomas sign. You're such a goddamn fucking tourist. You're such a fucking
You're right,
tourist.
Garrett. He should have gone on a cruise.
I should have stayed my ass home. That's what I should have
Cruises stop in St. Thomas. And if you really want to, you can go to the beach and then get your ass back on the boat.
So we're going around looking for this St. Thomas sign. And no one knows where the fuck it's at. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I've seen this sign there. Apparently, the sign was moved. And no one knew where the sign was at.
Oh,
Had no clue where the sign was at. So me just having me driving around
who just steals a sign?
yeah. Apparently, this is what happened. Apparently, this is how the situation goes. This is how the story goes with the sign. The sign was originally put in the center of town by some artist. The artist did not have authorization to put the sign there. It's a giant sign or letters, stuff like that. So the town was like, no, you got to take that down. You have to move that shit. So he ended up moving it to some random bazaar on the other side of town. So I just happened to see the sign when we're just driving around town. Oh, there's a sign right there. So by this time, it's late at night. We take the pictures. She looks at the pictures. She's like, these pictures came out terrible.
Oh, my God.
I said, you know what? Fuck this sign. I'm going back to the hotel and watch fucking John Wick. And I am not leaving this hotel room till it's time to get on the flight back to Florida. So I proceeded
Ladies and
to go
gentlemen,
back.
you voted for this story.
Yes.
Just want to reiterate that.
So I
Could have
proceeded
had
to
Breath
go-
of the Wild talk, but you voted. And we told Delvin we could do both. He said no.
No.
The people
No.
voted. So
People
this
voted.
is for you. This is for you, ladies and gentlemen.
This is your fault.
This is your doing.
Just like that last election was your fault. This is your fault as well. So I sat home. We watched John Wick. John Wick 4, to be precise. Very good
The
movie.
longest day ever. The
We watched
longest
it.
day ever.
I watched it. Apparently, they only showed the extended cut. And the extended cut was almost 4 hours. God damn, this is a long-ass John Wick movie. But it was a good movie. Finally got up. Went to the same place, the St. Thomas sign place. They were selling license plates there as well.
Why?
Like old, like for souvenirs, like old St. Thomas license plates. They look pretty cool.
Did you buy one?
I bought 2. I bought one for each of my kids.
God.
Here you go. Here's a cool license plate you can put on your wall. A lot of people tell you you've been to St. Thomas. We took the picture. Picture came out better. We went on the flight. We was getting to the flight. We got to the airport and stuff like that. And they're like, "Hey, did you meet anybody here or anything strange?" They start asking like the questions, like the questions they start asking stuff like that. She get ready to say some crazy like, "Nope, we did not. You're not allowed to speak about this situation." Because based on our last trip, you gonna say some shit to get us in trouble. So
Pull
we
you
get
into
back
a
on the
room, detain y'all.
we go get that part. We get back on the plane. Plane flight goes smoothly. I try to play Zelda again, get dizzy again. As apropos, because I didn't learn my
Jesus
goddamn
Christ.
lesson. We get back to the States, right? Well, that's not the States, because all of us goddamn States. St. Thomas is part of the United States. Get back to Miami. They're like, all right, we're only allowing 10 of y'all off the plane at a time. You're like,
What?
why is this? You know why it wasn't, Dev? Because they had a police fucking dog waiting for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so as we got off the plane, they had us stand in line and said, "Put your bag down." My girlfriend's about, "Why we gotta put our bag?" Girl, shut the fuck up. This is
Yeah,
not
you
the
don't-
time. This is not the time you want to argue with these motherfuckers. Shut up. Put your goddamn bag down.
Good Lord.
Her and the white lady start getting ready to play. Like, shut up. So the police dog comes by, smelling all the bags, stuff like that. Smell my bag a little too long. What's up with that, homie? You a little funny right here. Why you stay at my bag so long? You know it ain't shit in there. He keeps moving. Dog sits there smelling my girl for a minute. Like, does she have some drugs me I ain't know about? Was she hiding them on me? Dog was there for a minute. I'm like, oh, we going to jail. Dog finally goes away. There was this white lady who was on the plane earlier with her dog. She was complaining about her seat because apparently Spirit had like a section that was like marked off, and she wanted to bring her dog on the plane. But when you got on the plane, that section wasn't marked off, so she was really pissed off about that. So she had to hold her dog the whole flight. So then, and this had to be karma
This
or
dog's
whatever it
on
was.
flight shit is not okay.
It's not okay.
You shouldn't take your dog on the plane.
So, Dev, can you guess what happened when the dog got near this lady?
Started barking.
Start attacking her goddamn dog.
Wow. Dog is full of coke.
He started attacking the dog. So like, oh no, this lady's dog's gonna die. And the police like come like, "Ma'am, lift your dog off the ground." She's like, "I can't. He's hurting my dog." And they just moved the dog out the way.
Pick
like, it's
your
time.
dog up, woman.
And then finally got home. I took her home and got home just in time not to record Shaq. Got home like 2:30. What did I say?
Jesus. Like
It was an
Garrett
experience.
Bland said, this does not sound like a vacation.
It was not. I came back more stressed than I did when I left.
From now on, we're going to treat your vacation stuff like this, like Deal or No Deal. It's got to go through me. It's got to go through me because this is awful. Nobody should have to experience this, and we should have had to listen to this nonsense.
It was terrible. It was bad. It was really bad. I came back. It was Father's Day. I'm like, I ain't celebrating this shit. Fuck this Father's
And it was
Day.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, it was
Jeez.
Father's Day. Like, I'm finna go on here, play this Switch, play some games. Fuck this shit.
Lord
Kids
have
like,
mercy.
we ain't got you no gifts, Daddy. Like, it's okay. I don't need no
You
gifts.
just got these children's shit switches and they ain't get nothing for dad.
And get a goddamn
Delvin out
thing.
here trying to ghost you, make it seem like he's poor.
trying to kill me.
madness.
Just trying to kill me so I can get the inheritance. It's just crazy. These kids ain't got no
It's like,
manners, man.
I don't have a dad. I don't have one. He's not here. He's
Now you
gone.
don't.
I'm Peter Parker.
That explains why I ain't get no Father's Day gift. 'Cause he thought his dad was already dead.
he
It's like,
didn't have a dad to give a Father's Day gift to. That's how that
clear.
works out. Wow.
John 32, you'd be happy to know that I beat in the shrine. Once I got the land, I beat the shrine.
Well,
I've been continuing to play
good.
Zelda. It's a great game. Game of the year from several years ago. But it's probably game of the year of this year. See, I appreciate that there's this story, this parallel story between me and Donnie that kind of comes together with him hating Red Dead 2 and me hating Zelda. And now it's slowly coming together where we both come one. And we both like the games that we once hated. It's beautiful.
Donnie likes Red Dead 2 now?
Kind of. He respects
Coming
it.
around? He's
coming
not paying
around.
attention. He's watching a movie. He checked out long
He's
time
watching
ago.
porn. Watching Pornhub. I appreciate that he can still watch it. We can't. Don't have it here in Florida. Thanks, Florida. Fuck you. Just took away all.
Like we always tell Haley, it's time to get you a VPN. Stop playing.
Yeah. Might be time.
Jeez.
I miss the noise. Remember the noise it makes for like.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I ain't got it no more, man.
Oh well.
Yes, the life. It is romantic.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very romantic. Me and Donnie.
Was it?
Us sharing that love of our hatred and love of one game. But even though it's two separate games. Coming
It's real
together
cute.
as one. See?
It's real cute. Real
See, I
cute.
just formed a heart.
I saw. I
said
picked
love.
up what you were putting down.
We took the hate and made it
Turn
love.
hate to love. Yeah.
Yes.
Bloods and Crips coming together.
Yeah. Holding the
Lived in
rag
harmony.
together. Yeah. Hold the rag together.
Oh man.
Also,
Speaking
Travis
of
Scott, you on the clock, motherfucker. I ain't forget.
I don't even know. What
Pusha
that
T
means.
dissed Travis Scott on the song, so he's on the clock. He got to
Oh.
respond.
Oh,
That's the rule.
that'll be interesting.
It's going to be terrible. Travis Scott can't rap.
No.
Not even a
So
little bit.
speaking of Father's Day, let me tell you what my children did to me. They decided that Father's Day is no longer Father's Day, but Fatherings Day. So now it's a celebration of them making me a father. So I don't get my day anymore. It becomes all about them and how they've made me a father.
Oh, my kids did the same shit. They made me go get them yogurt.
These.
That's the most Father's Day thing ever.
Yeah.
And so my wife tried to take me to Best Buy and say, hey, you can buy a TV.
Do you need
Oh.
a TV?
No, I don't need a TV at all.
But if she's going to offer one, you take it.
She offered
Where
a
would
TV.
you put a
but
TV you don't need?
Anywhere. It's a free
Well, it's-
TV. Who the fuck
I've-
complains about a free TV?
It's not free.
It's not
It's
free.
free
I'm
enough.
paying for it.
There's
It's
nothing
free enough.
about this situation.
It's free. It's free enough.
Free of guilt, maybe, but that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
nothing
It's
else.
just it's,
Yes.
it's the freedom of guilt. And she was like, yeah, and so she's thinking that we're gonna go to Best Buy because it was basically like she took me there. She's like, come on, don't just follow me. We're going somewhere. We're gonna do something for you.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot.
all right.
You guys are married. Y'all don't get to have like your girlfriend have money. So it don't actually be your money. It's be y'all money. Just spend on yourself.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So she tells me to
Sucks
get my
for you
car because
guys.
we have the kids and then we also
Some
'cause
gifts
this
are
is
better than money.
after-
Huh? I get
Some
those
gifts
two.
money can't buy.
I get that too. Got that Saturday night.
I don't think it was just after
Is
church.
that before or after you almost got her murdered?
Oh, after.
Okay.
That was the payback. like, hey,
Just checking.
that was
the big
like that Nas song. You owe me after all the shit you put me through. Time for payback.
Oh, me something.
She owed me something.
But yeah, so this is Saturday. So Saturday we have our church picnic. I make a huge mistake by playing basketball. I have not played basketball in probably a year. I played basketball
like a-
and I played kickball.
Sounds like
I
a
did
worse
well.
Saturday than I had.
But
Go out there,
walking the
exercise.
next day was the worst. Like my legs are still sore as all hell.
No.
But after the picnic, we take the kids home. We actually take one of the kids that's there at the church that's like really close with my kids. We bring him too, and she's like, "Get your car and just follow me." I'm thinking that she's gonna get me speakers for my car because I have a blown speaker in my car and it's driving me nuts.
Question. This is a very important question. What kind of car you have?
I have a Scion XB.
Scion.
Yeah,
Let me look at this car.
2010 Scion
His
XB.
Polk High jersey rolled out to the court. I was like, let me show
Oh
you.
yeah. Let me show you,
So I'm
young,
sitting-
you young
2010
bucks.
Scion.
XB. But
Well,
she's
I'm
like, yeah,
seeing
get
if
the
this-
car.
Seeing
and
if
I'm
this is a
thinking-
speaker-worthy car.
No.
No, I mean,
Absolutely
one is blown.
not.
One is blown.
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
When you just ride with that blown speaker, sir.
Just get a
Can't do that.
Bluetooth speaker, earbuds.
Like I know, because I drive a Chevy Spark. I'm like, if speaker blown out, I guess it's blown. This is not like this.
I'm not a fan.
This is not the one you put the system in. This is the one you drop.
It's not a system. It's just replace the speaker.
Nah, you
It's
just
not
leave
a
it. You
system.
just leave it blown.
Either way,
Just leave it
I'm
blown.
thinking
Like,
she's
this-
going to
this
get me
it.
speakers because she tells me to bring my car. But really, it's just because we have too many people, and if I get a TV, it's not going to fit in her car. So we get there, and she's like, "You can buy a TV. I know you've wanted one because I have said that I want an OLED TV. I'm just like looking at like I could use a larger TV. I don't need one. Like
I'll
I
say
hardly watch TV. Like I play my video games here,
Right.
so I'm not necessarily needing TV. So we get there, and I'm looking around. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to spend.
many pixels does
$1,500
TV
on
have?
TV.
How many pixels does this one have? That's what you're asking.
Well, you
Is this
already
4K?
know
Is this
that I'm
HDR?
gonna get. If I'm gonna get a TV, it's 4K OLED. My wife wants nothing
What?
to do with talking to anybody. She just assumed that I had already had a TV in mind, and we were gonna be in and out. Like I was just gonna be like, boom, this TV I want. Let's go. That was not
What
the
kind
case.
of glass
'cause
y'all used to make this TV? That's what you asking. I'm just thinking the questions you
I mean, I had
asking.
a really good discussion with one of the guys about like some of the newer Sony TVs, how they actually don't have speakers. It's just the vibrations off the back plane that creates all the sound, which
What
is
the fuck
only
does
can
that
be done
mean?
with an OLED. I mean, all the speaker is vibrations. It's just vibrations. So the whole screen
So
is
like
the
they're
speaker.
lying to you. Like, what's
No.
going on? Like,
I mean, I knew
don't
about
have
this technology from going to CES.
we don't have
I know
speakers.
you
You
don't.
just
know.
you just go off the vibe. you don't get this. You don't get this. You don't get this
Either way.
motherfucking TV out of my face.
These TVs looked awesome, but I could not will myself to spend the $1,500 on the TV that I really wanted because we also need a dryer because our dryer is busted and the repair company that I keep trying to get it repaired by does not ever return any phone calls.
Look here.
So therefore, instead of coming
had
home
wet
with the
clothes fucking with
TV,
me.
came home with the dryer. So I have my dryer being installed on Friday. It was supposed to be Tuesday, but of course on Tuesday they decided they're going to do some sealant to the streets. So all of my streets are blocked off, and I can't have the dryer delivered that day. So now it's being delivered on Friday. But on Father's Day, it got turned into Fatherings Day, and I came home with the dryer instead of a TV. What else happened? I gave the kids the damn Switch 2 because I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? We have company over.
What?
Here's something to do.
He folded so
Switch
fast.
2.
Let me ask you a question. Tomorrow's Juneteenth. Are you just gonna just give Juneteenth to white people? Like here's your day. Here's your day. This day is for y'all now. You're
it is
just
for
giving away
me.
all your holidays.
Yeah, I don't get it off. I'm so mad. Like we
Yeah,
don't
that's for
have
me. I'm
Juneteenth.
off tomorrow. I'm playing
Yeah.
Zelda tomorrow.
So you did
my
give
hol-
it to the
it
white
is
You
my
work for the
holiday.
county. You gave it to
Of the
white guy.
three of us, I'm celebrating. Okay,
Yeah.
you fucks, get
that
it together.
sounds appropriate. That sounds
I'm going to a
appropriate.
Juneteenth thing on Saturday. But yeah, I gave the kids the Switch 2. We had a really good time playing Mario Kart with my homeboy Nehemiah, one of the kids that came over. So we had a good time. It was nice. And then I forced my daughter to watch Marvel movies with me on Sunday. So that was like the actual Father's Day. I
Yeah,
said,
you've
look,
been
we watching Marvel movies. All right?
you've been doing more for a Switch. You've been doing more than watching them. You've been making them motherfuckers. You're finna act out. You're finna act out Thor 1 in front of me. You're gonna play the role of Thor and Loki.
Yeah, we watched Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War Endgame, and then Far From Home.
You made her
So we
watch the
watched
good
those
ones
four.
too. You should have made her watch the trash ones.
Well, yeah, and I actually finally got my son to like pay attention to Marvel because he's been a long standing like I don't like Marvel, but he after watching
He's a
Infinity
DC
War
fan?
Endgame, he's not even a DC fan.
He was like, "Hey,
don't
I like the Snyderverse. Bring back Killing Batman. Bring back Hard Murder Batman."
Stop it. But yeah, I had a really good time just watching it. And actually, everybody sat around and watched. Like, my son watched it. Chanel finally watched it because she's never seen any of them either. And they got them invested. So that was nice. That felt like a win. We actually watched all the Marvel movies. So
D-Life, you
cool.
piece of shit. I bought my kids Switch 2s and damn, like, hey, here's mine. You're a great father there. Fuck you, D-Life.
Hey, I got him a dryer too,
Jesus.
okay? We have clean clothes and a Switch 2.
I bought each one of my kids a Switch 2. Like, your Switch came late. Damn, like
You had to suffer. You made them suffer through it.
They're like, here's my Switch 2 that I'm probably not going to play again. You're a great father, Dad.
Damn straight. Donnie, how was your week? Since we've already spoken a lot and we had listened to Delvin's terrible story.
Great story.
Yeah. No.
Great story.
Fine. I had a fine Father's Day. My daughter made French toast. My wife made dinner. No, we went out to Texas Roadhouse.
We have one of those. I'll never go.
That sounds good.
I love it. Oh my God, it's like my wife. She jokes because I'm sure because I like it's in my algorithm on TikTok. But for Father's Day, that's like almost like a thing. Like Texas Roadhouse is like that's like their Super Bowl is Father's Day.
Yeah, that's like the place they go.
Yeah, that's like
is that the place they throw the peanuts on the floor?
Well, there's bunches of places like that. There's Logan's, but yeah, more or less all the same.
That was more Logan's.
I'm just fond of
we don't have
Texas
Logan's
Roadhouse. Like Texas Roadhouse steak is excellent. I mean, all the food is excellent. It's just really good food. I've always loved it. And I would joke all the time at just like how similar like men can be, like how stereotypical, like because it's like all of us are there. It's like that's where we all want to go. She's like, y'all. I was like, it would be really weird if I was like, for Father's Day, take me out for sushi. Like it doesn't seem fitting. So.
That's literally what I would say.
Made me lasagna.
I had sushi the next day too. I had sushi this week as well. So I got done with the meeting early, and on my way home, I was passing my wife's work. Now this is a funny story. You want to hear a funny story? I call Melissa on the phone and I go, "Hey, I'm gonna ride by your office. Do you want to sneak off and get lunch?" She was like, "Well, I already kind of ordered my lunch." I'm like, "That's fine. I'll go do my." She's like, "We could get fast food and like." You could I could eat in your car, like in the garage, and I was like, "You give me a blowjob in the garage?"
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
And she was like, "You're on speakerphone." And she's like, "I'm so sorry."
Why would you put me on speakerphone?
Loved it. I was like, "Man, I wish I had." She took me right off. I was like, "Man, I wish I could say more." She was like, "Donnie, stop. Donnie, stop."
Hey, that's her fault. You can't put
She knew who she married. Why would she put you on speakerphone?
100%.
Hell,
yeah, this is your fault. You did this, not me. You did this. So yeah, that was funny. But yeah, no, she didn't take me up on my offer to escape. So I just went and had sushi by myself, and then I sent her pictures of sushi. You know what she said? She was like, "You said you were going to get fast food." I was like, "No, you said that. Said we were going to get fast food. I asked you if you wanted to go out to lunch, so I am out to lunch."
Yeah.
So,
Donnie, I offered you dick and sushi and you turned it down. That's your fault.
Basically, food was Father's Day was fine. I got a $25 gift card.
That's great
for GameStop. So. I can keep adding that to my war chest of game catalog. I think if I am responsible and frugal and less impulsive, if I don't hop at every indie game that I think looks cool, I could probably get through 2025 without coming out of pocket for games between what remaining credit I have left over from the Xbox, the rewards points on all of my cards for pre-ordering and buying all this stuff, and gift cards.
Get you some really good game key card games.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that Tony Hawk code in the box.
I'm not doing that. No,
boy, they can suck my dick off of that one. I'm not buying that shit.
It's a road too far. I bought Hot Shots.
Sure, buddy.
Not in I no. After that,
he's
I did that,
already bought game key cards.
Right. Key cards are fine. Key cards I'll do. I'm not doing the fucking box, code in the box shit. They got me one time with that with Wolfenstein Youngblood. I said, never fucking again. You will never get with that again. I bought that Wolfenstein like,
I don't believe you.
They really should. I mean, I think they should tell people you can't do that. And just, if you want to be digital, that's fine, but be digital.
I agree.
Quit trying to put damn paper in a box.
That's that bullshit. No, don't
or
do
like
that.
make like cards or something. Like don't make it look like a physical box.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be a game in a box, it needs to be a steel book at the very least.
Just buy doesn't GameStop, they print you codes on receipts now? Like just do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like why even waste the box? If somebody wants a box, listen.
Cards.
If somebody wants a box, they can buy a box. Like they can get their own box and put a cover in it, or buy a loose box from somebody who bought the game. Like you don't need to just make empty boxes to sit in landfills one day. Like that's ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Just
But
sell
what
the
about
pieces
the
of paper.
grandmas, Donnie? What
Just
about
sell
the
the
grandmas
pieces
that
of
don't know
paper.
how to use the internet?
What you do is you grab the box off the shelf, you walk it up to the associate. The associate hands you the code when you finish the purchase. And then the box goes back on the shelf. Like, there's no need for you to keep the box. Like, it's
Grandma
just a waste
doesn't
of a box.
understand that. She's going to lose the receipt, Donnie. We have to
Yeah.
protect the
That's
grandmas.
That's probably true. We all hope that when the game keycard thing happened, when it first happened, I'm not sure if you guys remember, like when we first found out about it, the immediate reaction was, oh, well, this is better because at least not game keycards. And then all those people had to walk that back because it's like, dude, we're still getting codes in the box. There's like just as many of those as game keycards. It's not like one, there's like 12. It's like 12 developers just doing this shit.
It is fucking
It's nonsense.
stupid. I hate
Nonsense.
it, especially since stores literally sell cards with the code on them.
Yeah,
And you can buy a card like, here's this game, just buy this card and the code for the game's on there.
It's
You know,
crazy how
don't do
hard
that.
Nintendo is trying to not be digital. It's like clear as day that they just would rather be digital. It's like, man, then just go digital.
Well, I think they make too much money off of physical. That's probably why they
Oh,
do
I
it.
know. Well, yeah, we know
They're
why.
like, we actually can't.
We know
do it.
why. Yeah, but like, yeah, exactly. They're just like, these
They're the
idiots
last
keep
stand.
buying this
Look,
stuff.
look,
Like
it's
they're
simple.
trying
Just be
so hard to
Xbox.
move people.
Just be Xbox. Xbox is like, fuck you and your
Yeah.
physical media.
Well, that works.
I could get an Xbox for cheaper. Yeah, but then you'd have an Xbox.
That doesn't work.
That is
Does
correct.
not work.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, no, I've had a good week. Played some Zelda. Today I was playing Grand Theft Auto. I watched some horror movies. Yeah, good deal.
Raven,
Very excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow I have opening night tickets for 28 Years Later, a movie I keep jokingly I feel like I've been waiting on for 28 years. So
probably.
I am stoked to go tomorrow. So good week.
Very nice.
Raven, I eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Not Frosted
Good
Flakes.
cereal. It's good cereal.
I haven't eaten Frosted Flakes in so long.
Both those are
Not
good.
that I hate 'em,
And
but-
Frosted Flakes are good too.
They're good, but
They're
if
cool.
I could buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm buying Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Unless you can get Golden Grams. Golden Grams is better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
I
I
don't know
ain't had
about that.
Golden Grams in years.
Golden Grams are pretty great.
Quite delicious. What you mean, huh? Golden Grams are amazing.
I don't
We should
dislike
have
them.
a
I don't know if they're
cereal, like,
better
tier
than
ranking.
I don't know if they're better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch though.
I think they're better.
They're better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It's better cereal.
Yeah.
I like Golden Grams.
I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So do I. But not better
Yeah.
than Golden Grams.
Nobody said
Golden
they
Grams
didn't like
is-
it.
is above that.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't agree.
it's close.
I don't agree with that.
But Golden
But
Grams
you
is
know
better
what,
than Cinnamon Toast
Delvin?
Crunch.
You also pick pancakes. So
Yeah,
your
doesn't
opinion
have a whole
is-
lot of.
You picked the
Suspect.
fucking dryer over a TV. You cannot talk.
Look,
I
had
done
to do
told
the
them
right
kids,
thing.
Hey.
I
take
made the
them
right
fucking
decision
clothes
for my
outside.
family.
Fuck that. Take them
Not
clothes
just the kids'
outside.
clothes, it's my clothes.
Use
Yeah.
a clothesline. That's not the-
No, we can't be doing that.
Nah, son. Go put them shits on the clothesline. Call it a day. I'm gonna watch this TV. 80-inch TV.
I live in Death Valley. If I go outside, we're gonna go up in ash.
the clothes
So
dry
I
a lot
can't-
faster.
I
Like in
can't.
seconds.
Just go up in ash.
Dry in
Go up in
seconds.
smoke. I can't
Do
do
a
it.
ticket for that. We're gonna put him in jail for that. Neighborhood
That's fine.
indecency.
Yeah, that might be a problem. You can't do that, Dev.
Yeah.
You black. You can't
All
get
right.
away with that.
Let's move into the news.
We're gonna actually start the show now.
Let's start.
Nah,
the show.
not
You want me to play the intro again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this week we had a bunch of news to talk about, actually, and just so happens it kind of breaks down into like console brands. So we'll start with PlayStation first. Stellar Blade becomes the second PlayStation game to pass 100,000 concurrent players on Steam. Stellar
Way to
Blade.
go.
Yeah,
Good job.
good for them. PlayStation starting to remove PC region locks from certain games, specifically single-player games, but they also removed it from Helldivers 2. So that's rolling out, and more of those folks
good.
can play and buy those games again. That's great. Helldivers needs the reinforcements.
We always need reinforcements. Get to the line, soldier.
You want to live forever? Bungie, speaking of
Yes, I
you
do.
want to live forever, as we segue, Bungie has officially delayed Marathon, saying that our voice has been strong and clear. If that was the case, you would have delayed Marathon, or you would have canceled Marathon.
Marathon's
you,
canceled.
Yeah.
You would have deleted Marathon.
It's
yeah, Do you think it comes out? Like
No.
they sounded committed to it, but I can't.
It's coming out.
You think
Nah.
so?
It's over.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out.
No.
And they're probably gonna rework it, make it free to play, but they're gonna release it. Much
There was no date given. We
everyone's
have no
chagrin.
idea. Do you think
Indefinitely.
it's not coming out this year, right?
No, it'll be next year.
No. Yeah.
Nah, it's not
That's
coming
what I
out.
was thinking.
Marathon's over.
Or if they'll like
Yeah,
just
it never
stealth launch it.
started.
If it's just like
Dumb
up
idea
one day.
anyway.
They don't try to tell anybody about it. I hate that everybody hates it because I thought it looked cool. Not a game for me, but I just generally thought it looked cool. I like the
I
style.
did not think it looked cool.
I like
Yeah,
the style.
I like the way it looks too. I think it does look cool. I just think the problem is it's just not doing anything special, and it was very very telling in all of the gameplay. People were like, "Yeah, this ain't."
I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel it. I really wouldn't.
They gotta cancel it.
Yeah, they cancel a lot of shit. They've canceled a lot of games lately. Like, it just doesn't seem like Marathon or Bungie would be afforded that. You know, they've canceled a lot of games and then deleted those studios that made set games. Like, they're not going to do it with Bungie. Bungie's still around, so
Yeah, they can't delete Bungie because
You might as well put it
Destiny
out.
2 has a expansion coming
Yeah.
out next month.
that's what I was thinking. You might as well just put it out. Reminds me a lot of was it Ninja Theory? It's that game they used to have. You guys ever play that game?
Which one?
That Melee multiplayer game?
I know what you're talking about. I played it once. Fuck.
Melee multiplayer?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
came out with this game that we all played for like a weekend. It was a multiplayer
Xbox,
game,
PC.
and it was a multiplayer I'd say like a brawler,
Yeah.
like an arena fighter. You just
Let me
run
look
around
this
beating the
up.
shit out of each other. Bleeding Edge.
Bleeding Edge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that game. I never played.
Yeah,
that
nobody
shit.
remembers that it even happened. It's like what? Like there's this whole game came out. They tried to make a whole thing of it. Nothing happened. It just went away forever. Just immediately died. That might be. This might be Bungie's Bleeding Edge.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like since Bungie has other games that are still working, I feel like by just releasing the game, you actually, at least you make something off of it.
Sure.
Release
yeah.
the game and just let it be out, because the reality is servers and everything are already up. You're still working on Destiny. There's no reason to not put it out and see what happens. Just canceling it just feels like a complete loss.
Let me throw you this one. What's the chances they actually turn it around?
There's a possibility.
Yeah, you can't rule that out either.
It's a very slim one, but there's a possibility that,
They make it free
especially
to
if-
play. They get some people in. They found that Destiny shooting magic. They got some more time to work on it. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some folks out there like, yeah, I like it.
yeah,
It's fun.
I think their biggest competition comes from games like Arc Raiders. Like Arc Raiders, everybody who was looking at Marathon saw that and was like, "Oh, we're gonna go over here." So they definitely have some competition.
So maybe
they can
wait them
still
out a little bit.
pull it off. Because I believe Arc Raiders comes out. I want to say
So you're not
early
so head to
September?
head.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would delay until next September. Like I would hey, we're coming out next year. Like a whole year. Go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and then we're gonna come out next September whenever all these Arc Raider fans have played enough Arc Raiders.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and be patient, fix it, bring it back out, call it a day.
It's possible.
Throw that shit in the dumpster.
I
Wow.
was never gonna play it anyway, so it was already in the dumpster for you. So
100% accurate.
Speaking of the dumpster, Beat Saber has officially ended support for PlayStation VR and PlayStation VR 2 this month. Multiplayer will be dropping next year. Any of the game will remain on the store, and any of the DLC that's available will be there. But there'll be no more patches, no more updates, no more DLC, and multiplayer and services will be turned offline, and so will leaderboards.
Speaking of
So-
PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation gave up support on PlayStation VR 2 1 month after it came out. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
This doesn't surprise me, but coming off of their recent showcase where they showed off a couple VR games, like it kind of felt like maybe they were trying to re-showcase that, and like Beat Saber being like, "Nah, we're done." Like that's
Donnie.
kind of brutal. It's
Donnie.
like, damn.
So is
I-
Beat Saber just done on PSVR? Like, is it still supporting?
Yeah, no.
PC? So
Yeah,
they just said
on
we're done with
PC
you
and Meta and
people over
everything, it
here.
keeps going. More DLC and everything. They're literally just cutting support for PlayStation.
Donnie, as a person who's been through PSVR 1 and PlayStation Vita, I know what this looks like.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
oh,
we
they're
told
still-
you before.
they're-
We told
they're-
you that before you bought it.
We told you when
Yeah.
it came, but yeah.
But I
Yeah,
know.
like we told you
but-
not to
but-
do that.
But these are
Don't-
the
don't then
signs. These are the
Teach
signs.
it to me.
This is
there
like,
were
hey,
signs before this.
There were
no,
signs
but this,
before it
this is
came
even
out.
more sign. They're like, hey,
No.
it's over. It's Jover. Okay.
But yeah,
There are still going to be games come out on PSVR 2.
listen,
They won't be released by PlayStation.
if you're a listener of this show, you already know that we think you should not have bought that.
Yes.
But if you did buy it, this is a particularly brutal update to read. You're like, damn. Even Beat Saber's quitting on PSVR? Jeez.
PlayStation did.
They
Why
are
not?
like the VR game. At least
I
to
will
me.
give you people a glimmer of hope.
Beat Saber's the-
Much
Yeah.
like Vita, there's still going to be games coming
Why?
out for it. So you're still going to have a little bit of games coming out for a while.
Who?
They won't be PlayStation exclusives and stuff like that, but you'll still have a run of games.
Well, they got Thief.
All 3 people who still play this thing.
World's
never
famous
X,
Thief.
You and
never,
like one
never
other
mind.
person.
You just
Remember when
ruined it.
Rockstar announced they were going to put like GTA 3 in VR and then we never heard of it ever again?
Yes.
I didn't know
They-
that. That was a
They
thing.
realized that was a terrible
That was
idea.
the thing. Like we never heard from them again. Wow. Funny. If you watched the showcase in Summer Games Fest, you may
No.
have noticed that a particularly heavily rumored video game did not appear. That being this apparently 2D God of War game that's being made by PlayStation somewhere. Jeff Grubb, friend of the show, spoke to it last night, saying he did check in after this week and was told that that game has been internally delayed till next year. So once again, just keep waiting. These consoles are about to hit. You're about to get one amazing year of gaming before you have to buy new consoles. Get excited.
For all the shit
No.
we give Xbox for not releasing games, PlayStation.
Oh, no. They released games. They released a bunch
Yeah.
this year. Nobody said they don't release games. They released a bunch this year. They've had like a game a month this year.
But at the clip they're supposed to. It's now like year 10.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like if
Yes.
you buy enough studios and wait long enough, you're bound to have a year like this.
Yes. My point is, PlayStation hasn't been too much better off. They may have
But
got
PlayStation also has never. This is an unannounced game. It's not the same. It's
I know.
not like, hey, we're announcing this
I'm-
game.
Yeah.
I'm
Nobody
talking
knows
in-
about this game.
I'm
besides
talking
a
in
couple
general.
leakers. I can't wait
Besides
to see
that-
it. I
besides
love
that
the idea
first
of
run
like
of games they had,
Prince
it's
of
like,
Persia God of War game. I love it. Put it in my
Sounds
fucking
good.
veins.
Sounds promising.
awesome. Put it on Switch. Sounds great.
No, they're not putting on Switch.
They gotta
They might.
announce it first. It's gotta
They
go
might put it on
somewhere.
Switch.
They're not
If they're going to put it on
Switch.
Steam Deck, you might as well put it on Switch. Why not? Get that money. If they're going to put it on Steam Deck. If
I'll
they're
see
going to put it on
that.
Steam Deck.
I don't
Why
think
They're
so.
gonna put it
I
on
agree.
Steam eventually, 2 years after
That's
it
what I'm
comes
saying.
out.
So yeah, do it then.
But I feel like PlayStation is now looking at Switch like, you guys are the competition.
But just put Horizon on it.
Yeah, I don't think they look at it that
They
way.
just
because they
put
really
Horizon
don't
on it.
play
Which
That
Horizon?
just happened. The
Which
Lego
Horizon?
game.
That's not the same.
It's the same as whatever. If this is a 2D God of
This
War,
is a
it's
2D
in the
God of War
same
game. That is
vein.
also not the same.
No.
This isn't
Horizon,
the 8-year
Horizon is a
AAA
Lego
production
Horizon.
God of War game. This is like
That's
a little
different.
spin-off.
This might
That's
as well be Lego God of War. It's a
100
2D side.
If it was a Lego God of War, would you change your
No.
mind?
A little bit,
Because
yeah.
it's a God of War Metrovania game.
Yeah, but I wouldn't, no. It's still different. Horizon Lego is different because Horizon Lego is a different property.
They're putting
That's a
Hot
Lego
Shots on
game.
Switch. They're putting Patapon on Switch.
Nobody cares about those. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's fine.
they
I
should
hear
they
you
should
saying
put God of War on. If this,
I
is
think
a
they should
2D
put it there.
Metroidvania, it should go to Switch. I don't think
Hang
it'll
on,
happen.
D-Life. I don't think that's true. PlayStation didn't say that. Shuhei said that. Shuhei is
Just-
no longer
and-
at PlayStation.
And let's be clear.
Now it's
Let's
fair.
not like these companies don't lie.
No,
They lie all the time. They lie all the time. We don't see them as competition.
I just want to accurately
they do
source it.
best.
He did say that's how PlayStation. He says that PlayStation doesn't view Nintendo as direct competition. Honestly, a take that I agree with him. I understand
Yeah.
what he's saying.
It makes sense.
He's saying that they don't target the exact same customer. There's
They don't.
overlap for sure.
But at
Are
the
they in
same
the same
time,
business? Yes, but
same time,
they're not direct competition.
Nintendo is the market leader right now, and PlayStation wants to be the market leader.
You could argue that both of them are market leader because the reality is
I would argue that they're different markets.
correct. That's what I'm saying.
You
They're
can say
both
that.
a market leader because they're really doing different things. And most people, a lot of people,
Nintendo is the market leader in a handheld space.
correct.
PlayStation is the market leader for console video games. They still make the most
1000%.
money. I think they
Well, they charge
out-earned.
most.
I think they out-earned Nintendo last year in revenue. I think.
Yeah, probably so. They charge way more for this shit now.
They have a lot of services, a lot of DLC. Remember, the type of customer that buys PlayStation 5s, I think they're more likely to be buying microtransactions and drops and all those things. And so PlayStation gets a cut of all of that. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but
more
yes.
expensive than
Fortnite.
Nintendo Online.
Fortnite and Call of Duty and all that. That's moneymaker for them.
How long you think that will last for since the Switch 2 is kind of stronger and kind of can do those similar things?
We have a question about that, so I think we can.
We'll save for the question.
Yeah, we can save that for the question because I think we have a question directly like that. Yeah, we can save that. I didn't put it in the news. I'm only just reacting to D-Life's comment. I didn't put it in the news because honestly, I don't think it's all that newsworthy. But
Me either.
I don't even.
like everyone is kind of talking about it because he went on some Nintendo podcast. Apparently, Nintendo fans are in their feels about that, and I don't think they should be. Because
Why?
honestly, it's crazy that Shuhei is like, people at PlayStation are like, we don't think about Nintendo, and Nintendo fans are like, how dare they? Because I'm like, I'm here to tell you that Nintendo folks walk into the boardroom. Guess what? They're not thinking about Sony. Like they're not thinking about them either. You know, like it's just. It's almost
Also-
like I mean, obviously they're different companies, but it's more than that. It's a different philosophy. Like it's a whole different approach. You know,
Frankly-
you're talking about a boutique electronics like innovator. They're talking about pisser and AI, and Nintendo's over here like fucking Donkey Kong's crushing rocks. Like they're more character driven. It's more about IP. They have a stronger system, but it's not anywhere close to the strongest. Like that's not what they do. Like it is different customers.
Frankly
It's strong
speaking, though,
enough to run
Shuhei has
their games.
always touted Nintendo and things like that. He's always talked about multiple consoles like that. He never really
Yeah.
like.
That's
That's
why-
always been his thing. He's never
That's why I
like.
don't understand the Nintendo fan reaction, like the blogs
Yeah.
and stuff. It doesn't make any sense.
He's never been that guy who's like, oh, PlayStation this, PlayStation that. He loves
He's not that.
PlayStation, but he's always touted other consoles as well.
Nintendo
Creative.
fans just want to be invited to the party. That's really what that is.
They're invited.
Yeah, I mean, they made their own party, and guess what? It was
Yeah.
a huge party. It was like,
Yeah, they
fucking a massive
but they're still
party
like,
they
oh,
throwing.
that's Nintendo. So
yeah,
that-
there is
so-
that segment,
But-
and I
but
think
you know-
that's more of a games thing than the company than the hardware. Like that's just the difference
Right.
in games,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Nintendo fans are like, well,
and both of them know
we're
that.
mad because we're part of this.
Yeah, Sony sees games as cinematic experiences, silver screen worthy adaptations.
Yeah.
Nintendo's like, we're the we're the Mickey Mouse of video games.
Yeah, we make games that are fun to play. Like
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
the cinematic stuff is not what we're here for. Like, is the shit fun?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yep. So, so the CEO, whose name I had earlier and now I forgot because we've been talking for so long. Is it like it's like Nishino or something?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
It doesn't
change
matter.
every couple of years. I can't
PlayStation's
keep
new CEO spoke on several topics. One being the PlayStation 6. He was asked about the PlayStation 6. He says, whilst we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind. Top of mind. PlayStation 6.
Good for them.
D-Life, I threw this in there for you. They talked about cloud streaming, where he says cloud streaming is progressing well from a technical standpoint, and as we have demonstrated, end-to-end network stability is not in our control. Here it is.
Can you
Nishino.
say that again for the people in the back? Please.
End-to-end network stability is not in our control.
D-Life. America does not have the infrastructure for this shit, so stop it.
He says, this is the interesting part, CEO Nishino. The higher cost per playtime compared to the traditional console model remains a challenge.
Interesting.
Isn't that? That is an interesting comment to make. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, look, looky there. Because obviously you think cloud, you get access,
Correct.
but it depends on like there's different models, right? You've got Game Pass that just grants you access and other games you can stream if you own the game and certain things like that. But it's the cost per playtime. I bet they have analytics on like the cost per user per hour. And I bet they see that the cloud usage is higher, and maybe that lowers purchases or how many purchases or something like that.
I think it's that a combination of like you have to also have infrastructure.
Of course, and you're paying for that on top of that. Yeah, the cost comes
so
on
that's
top.
why it's easier. It costs us less. It makes us more money to sell you this game than to host it.
That's interesting. He talked about PlayStation Plus, saying subscribers are increasingly choosing our premium and extra tiers, which now represent approximately 38% of total subscribers. We will continue to add more value and adjust our pricing strategy in a dynamic way to maximize profitability.
Price of the brick going up.
Yep.
Yep.
PlayStation Plus increase forthcoming.
Why
He
are
says,
y'all
wait a
paying
minute.
for this?
We threw
premium
these
and extra
crappy old
nonsense?
games in at the top, and you all took the bait. So we'll just
Delvin.
we'll keep raising it up.
Oh, I'm over. I got one more month of it. It's done.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm not going to have any of it. I'm over it. I don't need it. I don't use it.
I don't believe that for a minute.
For all my little stints that I've had with PS5, I haven't had PlayStation Plus since like 2018,
I wouldn't expect
19. It's been a long time.
you don't.
I got
play
a
online
deal.
at all.
There was like an $8 deal for like a year of the premium tier, like when they launched it or something. I got like one of those so I could try out the cloud streaming. I used it once and never used it again. So
My main reason for keeping it is because a lot of the games that come on there, my kids like.
yeah, I get
So,
it. It just pad out
that's
that library.
That's the main reason I keep it. Because I hardly play online on the PlayStation anymore. Most of my online plays. On
If my
PC.
Game Pass was up right now, I would not renew it either. I'm only playing Game
Fortunately,
Pass
you have
until the
Game Pass till the end of time.
yeah, until my lifetime renewal ends. But once that ends, like I'm not particularly.
Do you still have
imagining renewing.
codes?
I don't know. I actually haven't thought about it in a while.
Sell them shits to D Life.
I sold a lot of them. I don't know if I
Sell
claimed the
the
other ones or
rest of
not.
them.
I don't know if I did. Now that you say that, I think I did get rid of them all when I was trying to
Okay.
raise Switch funds. I think I got rid of them all. I'm not sure. I might have like no more than 4 if I have them. I may have like a year's left.
Game Pass Donnie Reese has been tossed to the curb.
So, this came from Herman Hulse when he was asked about the industry's trend of companies moving towards multi-platform gaming, i.e. Xbox. He says, how will Sony protect the value of PlayStation consoles? To which Herman Hulse responded, it's important to realize that we are really thoughtful about bringing our franchises off console to reach new audience, and that we're taking a very measured, deliberate approach in doing that, particularly on the single player side, our tent-pole titles, as they're such a differentiator for our brand. So that doesn't sound like a company that wants to maximize monthly active users and get to day and date on PC at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that at all. So I don't know if that we'll have to see how much that matters as PlayStation actually starts releasing games. It's easy to say that when you're not releasing many games.
Right.
I think Sean has been very good at pointing out. He's been doing that. He's been on that wagon for like 6 months or so, like really starting to like call out something. But where are their games? Like they really have they've had it easy for a minute.
Yeah.
So hopefully
they're
they're
not in no rush.
reloading and ready to come back. Yeah, it is like they're running unopposed at this point. Like
it's like why we
It
can
doesn't
take our
really
time
matter.
and put the things out when they're ready. It's
even
not
for
like
all the
anybody's
qualms
fiending.
about the games and the lack of and everything, they released a pro and people bought it too. So
Correct. Like
Yeah.
everybody complains about Sony's not releasing games. They don't have to. There's plenty of other third party stuff, and they can just wait until the games that they're ready
they really
to launch
are like
ready.
the home
and
of
they'll be
Call of
great.
Duty and Madden and Fortnite, and like they really are the place for that. So
Yeah,
And we
I
got
think people-
Ghost coming in October?
yeah, yep, and that's a huge one. You know, that's
I think
that's
it's the
a
expectation
bombshell.
of games coming. That's why people are still buying it. People know that Ghost is coming. People feels like Wolverine.
Well, I hope
is coming.
people know that they might have to buy a new console to play those.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
they know
I don't
that.
think people knew that.
Yeah, Wolverine is definitely going to probably be a dual system launch at this point.
Yeah.
When do you think I still want to believe that PlayStations are far out, but I mean they're talking about it now.
I still feel like 2028. I think this top
That's
of
what I was
mind.
thinking.
I think it's top of mind, but we know how long this stuff takes to develop. And again, with PlayStation's 5 still selling,
Yeah.
there's no real rush. And who the hell knows what Xbox is doing if they'll actually even be competition. Like,
No.
there's no rush to get to the PS6. They can really take their time.
I would wait for something worth upgrading for, like technologically. Like, what are you actually getting from AMD or from upscaling or any work that you're doing? Like, what are you gaining from that? Figure that out, perfect it, then launch your next console. Because there's no need to rush it. There's no need for another half step. You've got the Pro.
No.
The Pro is that. But we'll see.
Maximize that.
I titled the show the next gen because there's a lot of next gen talk already. Like, we're literally here. Like, that's all this news from since last week's episode. I've more or less just been like kind of looking and reading the news and just thinking like, this is already it. I feel like it was just yesterday we were talking about these, and this is already here. And unless this generation has a close to it, that's pretty stellar. Like, this generation fucking sucks, man. Like it is just, I'm sure there's been fun experiences, but like this is not what I had in mind at all when we started this generation. I had so much more hope for this back then.
Generation in terms of PS5 and Xbox?
Yeah, like this generation.
Because I was going to say, if you include the
consoles.
Switch, I think the Switch has been phenomenal.
As
that
a
is
whole
how,
console,
like,
yeah.
what they can do, like their power. Like, we really were expecting like 4K 60 across
we were
the board
4K 60, and they kept talking about the SSD, and we were going through all the analyzations and the teraflops and what it means and what they were talking up, only to be served that, only for them to comment like, actually, you need to get this one, and now they're already talking about the next. It's like, damn.
I think, in retrospect, we were looking at the wrong revolution. The revolution actually was portability and be able to carry a modern console in your hands. When you look at the Steam Deck, you look at the Switch.
But that's has nothing to do with what Xbox and PlayStation were. So it's
no, but that's this generation. That's what I'm saying. That's this generation, though. That's Xbox, the biggest.
But that's
Xbox
not consoles.
Sold 5 times more at Steam Deck on.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I said Switch.
But even with that, Switch was already out before these consoles came out. When you're looking at just
it doesn't matter.
PS5,
we don't have to dive into that
is.
point. That point was honestly somewhat irrelevant. I was talking about these two consoles.
That's what I was trying to figure out. So when you say this generation,
in the grand scheme, these two consoles sucked.
If you're talking about these two consoles in particular, yes, I agree.
And even if there was good stuff on them, on both of them, they both had their highlights for sure. And you may even be like, Donnie, I've enjoyed it for 2 years. Great. In the comparison for the rest of consoles, these two consoles sucked.
I agree when it comes to these
better and more.
But if I was saying, if you include the whole generation, I think you include the Switch. I think the Switch is the one. That's the innovation.
Got it. Xbox news now, because they also are talking next gen.
Why?
President Sarah Bond has released a video confirming their next console will be powered by AMD. Microsoft has announced a multi-year agreement with AMD to create chips for its future devices, which it says will not be tied to a single store or device. President Sarah Bond pledged to deliver deeper visual quality, immersive gameplay, and AI-powered experiences. Get excited.
Go ahead and put your Copilot in your console.
We've established a strategic multi-year agreement with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next-generation Xbox consoles. At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, and that's why we're investing in our next-generation hardware and lineup across console, Devin, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories.
Let me ask the question.
I have thoughts about this.
I've got thoughts too.
I'm just going to ask a silly question. Why would I buy Xbox now?
Can we put a pin in that?
Bruh.
Can we put a pin in that?
Yes, we can.
Put a pin in that. I'll make it. I'll give you the pitch. I'll try to sell you.
That's what I want to hear.
I've got a pitch to sell it to you.
Okay.
I sat there when this came up. It was very timely when this video went up because the day before, Jez had started to pound the drum that maybe their next Xbox wasn't going to be a PC like everybody said. He kept saying that, I know that the next Xbox, they're working with AMD and it's about compatibility. Sounded like Jez had already seen this video. That's how I was reading it. So I thought it was interesting, timely, that he says this and then they come up basically. I mean, I still think they're making a PC by everything they just said. Maybe it's a heavily customized PC, but it sounds like a PC to me. Yeah. After this was announced, I was seriously questioning why this happened. That's what I need an answer to, not why would I buy an Xbox. I'm like, why the timing, the place, everything about the announcement to me, I don't know, just felt weird, felt off.
Yeah,
I have several questions.
Random
why
Tuesday.
wasn't in your showcase?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you wait a week after? Why was there like no marketing lead up into it? Why was it literally just a video you dropped on like a Tuesday or Monday or whatever day it was that they did this? It was just literally just a surprise, like, hey, we're making a console. They also, I mean, a lot of people saw this and it was reported as, even though it really wasn't. This was an announcement that they have a partnership with AMD. That's really what this was an announcement of. Everybody took it and ran with it. Yes. But everybody took it and ran with it as, this is an announcement of their next console, which Xbox hasn't refuted. But they didn't announce anything with the console. We don't know when it is. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know how much it's going to cost. Like, they literally said, this sounded eerily close to like what Nintendo did when they were talking about the NX in the Wii U's lifetime. Like, they were just like, we're working on a console. It was like, almost like just announcing it just to let people know you're going to be there. You know?
Yeah.
By all accounts that I've seen, nobody expects this to be the next year. Jez was like, yeah, I think it's 2027 at the earliest.
Yeah.
So if it's 2 years away, by the folks that are in the know saying, and he's not alone, like I think everybody that I read about, they all think it's 2027 at the earliest. So if that's the case, then what did we accomplish with this video? Like, what was the point? What was the goal? What was success? I really was confounded. I was like, why is this here?
To me, it also, because I'm looking also like the other devices. To me, this feels, it's a pitch for Windows. I feel like it's honestly,
they doubled down. I didn't put that quote in there, but they doubled down on that.
Yeah, this is about the Windows takeover of the console space, basically trying to make everything compatible with Windows. And it's also a huge slap in the face to Intel, in my opinion, because for the most part, you think of Microsoft, Windows, and Intel, and them making a strategic partnership with AMD to create chips for its future devices makes me think that they're also pivoting Windows to be optimized for AMD processors versus Intel. Intel's had a lot of issues with these latest chipsets. They've had lots and lots of issues, and I think that this is also Microsoft pivoting to be the face, having AMD be the face of it instead of Intel. I think that's,
they talked
that's a
about
huge
how
part of it.
They want to make Windows the best,
Place
platform for gaming. So like that's what this pitch was. So I listen, if you're excited that they told you they were making another console with AMD, I'm not here to tell you not to be excited about it. Just given the time constraints, what we're looking for to get there, I just thought it was a little odd placement. Like if this was at
very strange,
the Game Awards or something, I think like, okay, I kind of get it. They're like signaling that change is coming, but this, like the week after with no fanfare at all, it felt weird.
Such a weird drop out of nowhere on a Tuesday. Like,
I don't know what day it was.
You just had a showcase.
I just keep saying Tuesday. I don't know what
it was
day
Tuesday.
I don't remember. Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
No. It was a few days. Yeah, no, it's been a couple days.
So it was Monday? My days have run in together.
Maybe mine are messed up too.
But yeah, basically this is signaling that they're really pushing Windows. So your Xbox is running Windows. Like the next Xbox is going to be running Windows, which basically makes it just a PC. Just like the ROG Ally X. It's running Windows. Like
all my articles are saying a day ago, so maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it literally
I thought it was yesterday, right?
There you go.
But
I've had so much conversation with D-Life between now and then. It feels like 4 days.
Oh my God.
It feels like 4 days.
I logged in and saw 151 messages. I'm like, what happened?
D-Life happened.
Yeah. In every
So-
channel. He's just peddling his Xbox wares everywhere.
All right, Delvin, you want me to pitch you on Xbox?
Be my guest.
Let me brush off my Empire fairy dust. All right, the next Xbox is a gaming PC like your Steam Deck that you like so much, with a game wrapper OS on top of it, so you don't have to. It doesn't have to be treated like a PC. The pitch to you is that why would you buy any other box when every game you could want can be played on that box? Because you've got Game Pass, you've got Steam, you've got Epic. You'll get free games, you'll get Amazon Prime games, you'll get GOG games, and any game that PlayStation puts on PC, you can play it there. You can download The Last of Us and play. You can play Helldivers and Gears of War and Halo, and like that's their pitch. That's the pitch. That's why you would buy that one.
Much
I
like
don't
a
think it's selling.
PC.
It is, it's a PC. Like that's the
Your
problem
Steam
with the
Deck,
pitch.
but it works better on your television.
The problem with this pitch that I've been yelling at D-Life about for 2 years is that you don't have to wait for their device to do this.
Yes, that's what I was
This
thinking
exists
about.
now.
That's what
Yes,
I was
we have-
saying. You know, you can.
We have this
you
now.
can do
This has been here this whole time, but because Xbox is doing it now, it's and actually I'm not even going to throw that shade because it probably will be better. They're putting all this effort into their OS to try and make that better. So good on them for that. That is a good thing. But if you're like me, which most people probably aren't, but I have a gaming PC. So I already have that Xbox. I don't have to buy theirs. I don't have to wait for them to make their. I have one. I have one right now.
I think I said on this show a while back, that's kind of what I wanted, an Xbox. That
Yeah.
You can just have an easy interface that you can just kind of...
I honestly
go
think
on.
if
Getting ready to
they
say, this is
get
great
to
for you.
where they want to be, they're making something that should be very
The-
appealing to you.
I think the problem is now is
That's the goal.
that was appealing to me when all the Xbox games weren't on PlayStation.
Yeah, I get that. That's
I
fair.
think that's kind of makes it a little different.
How much
Yeah.
have you enjoyed your Steam Deck?
A lot.
How much
that-
would you
but-
enjoy if the same games you played on your Steam Deck you could then just play on your television without it looking like shit?
It just worked.
I would like it a lot, but see, the thing about that is...
How would you like to be able to play a game on your TV and then pick up your Steam Deck and keep playing that, or your Xbox
the
Ally?
problem with that theory is most of the stuff I like on my Steam Deck, honestly speaking, is stuff like PS3, Xbox 360 games, stuff that I like, like the Transformers game, War for Cybertron, or the Arkham series,
Yep.
stuff like that. It's not the Xbox stuff. Now, I would like Xbox stuff on there, but frankly, that's what I had an Xbox for.
So
Now-
you realize that this solves that problem.
I know it
gives
does.
you all of that.
Because
But then
here's the
again-
thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to answer your question with your question. You were like, why would I do that when all the Xbox stuff is on PlayStation 5? Their answer is, why buy a PlayStation when all that stuff is on this?
That makes sense. I agree. But then I wouldn't get the PlayStation exclusive day one. The thing about this Xbox
You don't get
thing,
the Xbox exclusives day one.
but I
You
like
still
PlayStation
get
exclusive
right
better.
now, you still get a lot of timed exclusives from Xbox.
The
Like
thing
Indiana
about it is
Jones
this.
is later.
Do you
The
think they
Xbox-
changed that?
I don't know.
Like we know
I don't
Gears of
think it-
War is
But-
coming.
Who cares?
Day one.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Like at
is
this
my
point,
thing.
I'm like, who cares?
This is my
with
thing that I'm
Xbox,
thinking
like-
about. If the Xbox, the new Xbox allows me to do the same things as the Steam Deck, then I'll be down with it.
There you go. That's
But I don't
what they're
think
trying to do.
But I don't think it will. That's what I'm afraid of.
It's on them. It's nice of you to at least wait to see if they'll.
Of
actually
course,
do
yeah.
it first.
We have to wait and see, but yeah.
We
if I
already
can
had
do
articles
everything,
crowning them today, telling us that they turned the corner.
if I can do everything that I can,
I don't think I've ever had so
I
many
think-
issues with a headline.
I actually think
I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
the Xbox handheld appeals to me more. Like
Yeah.
there's the Xbox handheld that I could do everything that my Steam Deck does, but it does it better. I like that idea more than I like the actual console itself.
And that's why they're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that you can still plug into your television and it'll look better.
It's supposed to come
than
with a
the
dock.
Steam Deck.
Yes. That appeals to me more than the actual console.
It's
Console.
going to be $1,000.
Yeah.
How much does that appeal to you?
Not a lot.
You can get it right now for $7.99.
Yeah, listen, I'm not here to negate, or I'm not going to pro or con this. Like, this is Xbox's approach. This is what they're doing. We've already talked about what the cost might come to their fan base, right? That's done. So I'm moving on. It's already happened. So I think there are people that this is an attractive offer to.
I agree.
It's a low end way to enter PC gaming. Delvin, you're going to see videos of people with these Xboxes, again, playing free games from Amazon, free games from Epic, getting cheap deals from Steam, getting Game Pass, and then guess what you're going to see? You're going to see them put Dolphin on it and start playing GameCube games better than ever, and you're going to start seeing them do recompilations of N64 games and Super Nintendo games. They're going to do all of that stuff on one box.
Now,
And then they're going to boot up The Last of Us. All on one box. That's the idea.
Now, that
I wonder
aspect
how open
interesting.
they're going to make it. Like,
See, that's
are
what I
they
was
gonna
thinking.
Make it open enough to install emulators and stuff.
I'm going to tell you, I'm wondering if this Steam folks don't buy them and just put Steam OS on them.
There's that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it,
Like,
is it going to be a
locked is the
PC?
console?
Yeah.
How locked is it to what you can actually do with it? Is it just a Windows wrapper? You really can't get behind the scenes unless you're a fucking hacker, and you just have access to Steam and everything.
I
else.
think
Like,
the
I'm
console
curious.
might be, because I told you this before. I thought the next console was still going to be a console, and maybe they have some integration with a Steam or something, like through the Microsoft Store or something. But like, I didn't think you were going to be able to like go Windows Desktop on the console, because I think that would perhaps change their sourcing model, their pricing model with manufacturers. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But the handheld will be just Windows. That's just a computer.
Yeah. The handheld, that appeals to me.
Yeah,
The
that's
console
Asus.
doesn't.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to just, I don't know, maybe you can. I think it'd be cool. I do think that manufacturers will make console PCs for like once this done. I think that's going to happen. I just don't think the Xbox One will be that. I think the Xbox One might just, it'll be a console with Windows integrations added. But
They've been trying to do this for a while with like stuff like the Corsair One, where it's this tiny little box. It's basically a media PC with the GPU in there that is easy to connect to your TV or be portable or whatnot. So it's gonna be interesting because you can buy this Xbox and it'll probably be easier. It's for people that are not super tech savvy but that want a PC like experience. You get access to all your Steam games. I think it's the perfect thing for you, Delvin. It truly is. And then you're gonna have maybe a higher tier that's a little bit more unlocked where you can tinker and do stuff. But again, it's just a fucking PC.
yeah, I think the idea is to just make Windows the gaming platform. They'll make one that's more catered to a console player, and then they'll let others make form factor PCs that fit your budget.
Games for Windows.
At the high end and the low end of that. But yeah, so that's what they're doing. It was a weird announcement. But Xbox fans seem really excited. So
All
good
two
for
of
them.
them.
Well, speaking of the Xbox ROG, Ecstasis, who's been doing some, leaking from here or there, he says that console, the base model is going to be $499, and the Xbox Ally X model, like the upper tier, is going to be $799 with an October launch window. Somewhat corroborating, and Jez backs up the October launch. He says, that's kind of what he's hearing, but he can't confirm those prices. So I think those prices are probably dead on, actually.
Yeah.
I think I said as much last week when we were talking about the handheld. Like, I was thinking, like, especially on the lower end one, I was maybe perhaps expecting it to maybe be a little higher just to encourage people to get the more expensive one. But it's be hard to compete with a Steam Deck at anything higher than that. So the $499 sounds right on to me. I think $699 is the price folks that want this device is going to be. So I think $799 for the price makes sense.
Yeah. I just really wonder, because again, you go to Best Buy right now, the ROG Ally X is $899. Like, ROG's website has it at $7.99. So I'm just wondering, like, how do you get it to $7.99?
I'm wondering, do they start to lighten that production as they bring this one on? Do they kind of phase this one out for the other? 'Cause, I mean, you might as well.
I mean, you might as well, but you could also have people that just don't want the Xbox.
The Xbox
portion.
button will sell 3 times what they've already sold, just the button alone, the logo.
Yeah. If you,
I don't know what ROG's
Root and
numbers
D-Life
are.
definitely.
We talked about it
a
before.
testament to that.
I think the ROG's numbers overall were like less than 1 million. I think.
Yeah, there was.
I think Xbox doubles that at least. Like I think Xbox will sell 1 million or 2 of these. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, just because price.
I would be surprised.
it's hard
It'd be
to
a
say.
hit if it outsold Steam Deck, which I think is on the table. But I think that would be that'd be a big success. I'm not expecting it to outsell Steam Deck.
It's possible. I mean, especially if you have all of these Xbox gamers that are like getting into that and like, okay.
I just
can
wonder
have
how
all-
many are left.
Everything.
The ones that are left have talked themselves into this is my only
yes.
path forward. Like I can't be a PlayStation fan. I can only do this. And there are those. We see those guys online.
Mm-hmm.
They're going
We
to
have
get
those
one.
people.
Yeah, they're going to get one. Price is no object. They're going to get one. It's the other folks that
Mm-hmm.
maybe had Xboxes before. I don't know if they're going to do this. I
It's
think
just
they
really-
probably switch before they get one of these.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on how many
Just buy a
games are coming to PlayStation. Like, that's the real question. How many games are coming to PlayStation day and date?
The fact
Can I
that
just get one of those instead? Because I don't care about the portability.
the idea of trying to pitch a handheld that costs more than the PlayStation 5, I think is a tough sell for your non-hardcore enthusiast customer. We're talking about a month ago, people were like $450 for the Switch. And now here's Xbox, $799. That's a really tough pitch for a lot of customers. Like your super niche just being that high to begin with. There's very few people out there who's going to drop $800 for a console.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Game Pass is getting Call of Duty World War II, Warcraft 1 through 3 on PC, Little Nightmares 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, FBC Firebreak, which is the Control multiplayer game, Crash 4 and Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. So, seems like a good little batch of games for Game Pass. I saw that the SteamWorld games are leaving Game Pass, and I can't recommend them enough to anybody that hasn't played them. I love SteamWorld Dig 2. It's an amazing game. Both of them are great, but I'm particularly fond of 2. So if you've never played them and you want to give them a look, better play them before they leave. In Nintendo news, we did Donkey Kong Direct today, talking about the brand new Donkey Kong game that comes out in, I think, a month, 3 weeks.
This new Donkey Kong game coming out?
Come on, Delvin.
What
I wasn't
Donkey
buying one bit of that. You got all these people. in
Donkey
Discord.
Kong?
They really believed it.
They
I
really
literally
did.
came
No,
on
I
it-
saw it. I was like,
Yeah,
come on,
I
guys.
came on here and said I pre-ordered it a long time ago.
They don't listen. They don't pay attention.
Direct was great. Donkey Kong looks great. Looks amazing. I saw it definitely on my own feed on Blue Sky Live. I've been talking about it on Shaq for a couple weeks. Since the hands-on events, there's been some, like, I won't call it negativity, like some questioning of Donkey Kong.
I saw that.
A lot of people were like, I don't know about this. And on Shaq, I always said it was just a demo. Like there was a very controlled, you could only stay here. Like we saw nothing of the game. So I don't think I've ever lost hope. Like I'm very excited for Donkey Kong. So I was excited to see that turn around today because I definitely saw it. I had tons of people who were like, I was lukewarm on it, but today I'm all in. There's people thinking it's game of the year after this showing. Like it definitely sold that Odyssey vibe that I think it was missing from the demo and the first trailer. So
I have this thing with me when I see a game and I like it off first
You tune
impression,
out.
I don't need to see any more of it. I'm like, I'm
Sure.
good.
But I
That's
do
how I
the
felt
news
about Donkey
section
Kong.
for the podcast, so I can't do that.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. but I too like once I say I like this game, I don't see anything else about it. I don't even know anything else about it. Let it be a surprise to me. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm good.
Well, it looks great. There's lots of mechanics, which they definitely did. And I was kind of afraid that that's what this was going to be. So when they started to do that, I was like, oh, not again. because Nintendo has this bad habit of having a direct for a game where they just teach you how to play the game. They're like, here's how to throw a Pokeball. It's like, if you don't get this shit off my screen. And they definitely did that today. It opened with a song, which I was surprised. I was like, oh shit, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then the moment I tweeted that, immediately it was like, here's how you punch into. I was like, God damn it.
Here's Donkey Kong.
They're like, here's how you throw a rock. I was like, God, this is terrible. But then they did that for like 2 minutes, and then they started talking about like the story and the villains and surprise characters, and they started showing different worlds and different abilities, and they started showing different modes and challenge levels and minecart levels, and there's like a Donkey Kong, like a Mario Paint game that did like a side game you can play with the mouse, and then they talked about Amiibo and all the different kinds of shit Amiibo can do, like Amiibo's back, but finally they've made it a game that can use Amiibo again. All of your Amiibo, not just a specific Amiibo, although there is a specific Amiibo that was just launched. It's like all this shit just went down in this little tidy, I don't know how long it was, 15 minutes, something like that, trailer for this game. And like, yeah, coming out of it, you're like, holy shit, that game looks great. Like, I'm so excited that people are going to buy Donkey Kong because this looks like a system seller.
I like that people are very excited for Donkey Kong.
Me too.
It's great. It's really great.
So this past week, I sold my Steam Deck, and I was sitting pretty flush with cash, and I was sitting here and I got high the other night, and I just started buying shit for the Switch 2, like on Etsy, and I almost bought the Donkey Kong bag that Rebecca was showing us the bag that she's got. Delvin, remember, like her and Josh, they got the Zelda bag?
Yeah, I saw that.
Because they already got Zelda bags. I was like, I don't want to get a Zelda bag. They already got the Zelda bag, right? I want to get a different bag. And I didn't get Donkey Kong. And today's Direct almost made me regret it. I was like, man, I should have got Donkey Kong because I thought it would be a really cool bag to have. You know, like other people could see it. I don't want to tell you because I want to show you when it comes, the bag that I got. But I am excited about the bag that I got. But I almost have buyer's regret that I didn't get Donkey Kong.
Yeah, those bags look cool.
They are. And I was scrolling through all the listings. If you look through the listings, any listener will see it and they'll go, oh, I know exactly which one I got. But when I came across the one that I did, I was like, oh shit, that's it. You gotta get it. Like that's the one. So, yeah. In addition to Donkey Kong, Nintendo, we talked about a little bit last week. There was like reports that like Nintendo was sold like the most in day one, the most in 3 days, the most in week one, that whole thing. Yeah, they've set all-time launch record for hardware sold in the United States. They went over 1 million units clear in one day in Japan, which I think is also a record. Japan's never shifted 1 million consoles in one day. So yeah, at least out the gate, Nintendo's off to a very strong start. And if Donkey Kong is any notion, that momentum will keep going. We've already turned Rob. And Rob was like, I don't need one. I got the Steam Deck and I get it. And here's the launches. We're playing Breath of the Wild. He's like, y'all know where I can buy a Switch?
Mm-hmm. That man, he eats the hype.
He's got the itch.
FOMO. Whoa,
He's got the itch.
And then he'll sell it 6 months later.
That's okay. I was having fun with him. I was like, you did this to yourself.
1000%.
Other news, Golden Tee is getting a retro collection from Digital Eclipse.
Looks great.
Have you even look at it? Do you see it? Do you have no idea what? Okay, I'm just
I
making
saw
sure
that,
you were in the wrong
I saw
St.
it that
Thomas,
morning. I saw it that morning. I got the Atari notification before I say, maybe I should get this.
They
from
got
Donnie.
me again.
As soon as I said that, I looked at it, I said, Donnie bought it already. God
Already bought it. It's essentially, I think, my arcade machine just for console.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Golden Tee 2K, Golden Tee 99, Golden Tee 98, 97, and 3D. You get all 5 of those Golden Tee games, and then they and
it's cheap.
There's like a bowling game or a shuffleboard. They have another game that has nothing to do with Golden Tee in it for some reason.
Yeah.
They talked about
there were more than one Golden Tee game.
Oh, there's like 25. They've been doing it for years.
There's a lot of them.
Arcade.
You should see. I'm going to send you a video of what modern Golden Tee is. So.
I don't even know what regular Golden Tee looked like. So
they did talk about in the trailer how they've recreated on a controller like the scroll, like the trackball. That's Golden Tee's thing, is that you spin the ball to swing. They mentioned that you can use a trackball and mouse with PC, which sounds ideal. I was like, oh,
That sounds great.
killer. And then I immediately had the thought that I think any Nintendo fan should have fucking mouse mode.
Yeah.
Because you sit there and on your leg and just fucking swing. I'll never not play that. I'll play that forever. And I was 100% all caps yelled at Digital Clips, like, for the love of God, put mouse mode in this on Switch. You got to put it in. So we'll see if they do. D-Life asks a great question. Is Atari great again? Yeah. Like, I'm kind of digging Atari this year.
Make Atari great again.
They're doing killer stuff, man. They're on a roll. So I pre-ordered immediately. I also pre-ordered Hot Shots on Switch, which I found out this week is physical only in Japan. There will be no physical copy in the States for Hot Shots Golf. You'll have to buy it on the eShop, which means that I probably won't have it on day one, and that's going to bum me out.
Yeah.
Because I have to import a copy. I did, however, pay for advanced shipping.
Okay.
Do they? So they're not region locked or anything like that?
No, Switch hasn't
No.
had. Yeah, Switch has never had region lock games. They stopped that, I think, with Switch. Wii U did, and on Switch they stopped that. And
Yes.
not only do they not have region locks, the majority of foreign games that never come all have English. I don't think I've seen a
Correct.
game that doesn't.
I have
Of all the games that you would want to
have,
have it, they all have English.
except Yokai Watch for some reason, which
Really?
annoys the fuck out of me. Yeah.
It was
no,
Japanese only?
Yeah.
Even the menus?
Yes.
Wow, that is a surprise. Like, I honestly have never. I've imported. I think I've imported like 20 games. A lot of games, like the U.S. market for collecting is weird. So there are like games that get limited prints here in America that are like super expensive that you can buy the exact same game in Japan for like $14.
Yep.
It makes no
That is
fucking
true.
sense. I'm like, why is anybody paying $400 for this case? That's the only difference. Is a stupid code on the cartridge.
Yeah.
It says JPN instead of US. That's the only difference. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah.
Cool.
Warner Brothers has restructured their gaming division, dedicated around their 4 key franchises, which are Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and DC. I love they put all of DC into one, but Game of Thrones gets its own. That's
What they-
weird.
what they-
It's so weird.
What they
So
wanna say
weird,
is
isn't it?
Mortal Kombat,
weird.
Batman, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Superman,
No, that's not Superman.
Justice
So
League.
the question is, like, where does Injustice? Is that with Mortal Kombat or DC?
Good point.
It's
Mortal
with Batman.
Kombat. It's with,
It's
Mortal
with
Kombat.
Batman.
So Batman.
is NetherRealm.
Is it? It's NetherRealm though. So that,
Yeah, it's
Mortal
gotta-
Kombat really
that-
is just
that's in the
NetherRealm.
Mortal Kombat branch. Yeah, it's never
Like the Harry
That's-
Potter is not Harry Potter. It's the studio that makes Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
keep it a buck.
yeah. And then Sega. We talked about this already. They're delisting all of their mobile games, which is hilarious because when they launched all that, it was a part of their Sega Forever program. So they're delisting their Sega Forever program.
Apparently, it's not forever.
No, it's definitely not. But ahead of
Forever on my
their
phone.
delisting, they've made them all free.
Ooh.
So we don't have a date yet for when they're going to be delisted. It will be soon, but they're free. So if you're hearing this now, log into your app store and add Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Shining Force, Sonic CD, Sonic Hedgehog 4, Episode 2, Streets of Rage Classic, Streets of Rage 2 Classic, Super Monkey Ball, and Virtua Tennis Challenge. Add them to your library. They're free. I think for
doing
some
that
of
right
these, I think you have to download the game and then start the game and then like unlock the game from inside. I think it was like free to start. So make sure you're checking those sorts of things. But these
I
are free
immediately
games.
did it right now.
You can have
I've
on your
had
phone
that Streets
forever.
of Rage game, the first one,
For
on
10
my
years?
phone for a long time, but not even just to play. I have it there just for the soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
I've never played it. I literally just use it to listen to the music. That's the only reason.
Yes. I just downloaded
Um,
Crazy Taxi Classic.
In the rumor mill, it sounds like Shift Up is readying a port of Stellar Blade to Switch 2.
Yeah, I
which
heard
is-
that today. They gifted the entire studio Switch 2s.
Yeah, everyone at the
Much like
studio
they
got Switch
gifted
2s.
the entire studio PS5s. Apparently, Shift Up is making money hand over fist here.
It's like they, I was thinking it's like they gave everybody like dev kits.
Yeah,
It's like kind of like buying your wife like a mop. Like you want to wrap it. You're like, for your hard work and all the money we're making, we got everybody a gift. They're like, oh, fucking thank God. Hopefully it's a boner. And they open up Switch 2. And they're like, and we're announcing your work will begin next week. It's just like, oh my God.
Got you this PS5 so you can make the PS5 Pro port. Now you have the Switch 2, so go ahead and get
You can take your work home with you. It's a hybrid console. Work on this game on the train. It even has a built-in mouse. Slide that bitch on. Like, let's get to work. I thought Stellar Blade would be a game, and we were talking about ports ahead of release. I was thinking Stellar Blade might be one of them. I think Death Stranding will come over as well.
Yes.
I think most like Japanese-centric games will come over if they can. I'd be very interested to see if Switch 2 can run like Monster Hunter.
Wasn't there a Monster Hunter game on Switch?
Yeah, but it wasn't Wilds. It wasn't like the new big ones, like the console versions.
You're gonna get a Switch 2 version.
They get a portable version. So Switch was getting its own versions. Like we got Monster Hunter Rise.
I think they'll probably do the same thing. Because I honestly,
this is a very heavy game.
You probably want them to make a version that's just
no. I don't even Monster Hunter
like trash.
I'm just wondering if they're going to try because, yeah, the Monster Hunter is very heavy. Those are console games
terribly,
and
still runs bad.
Yeah, and I didn't have like the best of impressions of Outlaws, for example. Like Outlaws on Switch 2 looks compromised. That reminds me of those Switch 1 games we didn't want. Like I was like, oh, not it. Like, just don't do it. Stop. Like, do Valhalla or Far Cry 3 or something. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Don't do this. Nobody wants this.
We don't do that here. Stop.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to try.
We shall see.
So, yeah, Stellar Blade, Switch 2. Get ass.
Let's go.
On your Switch 2. With VRR enabled.
We already have that.
The game was great. Looked great. Performed great. I just wasn't that into it.
That's good.
I enjoyed it very much.
Like I couldn't get into its universe and its story.
It's very anime-ish.
Yeah. No,
is.
for sure.
It's hard to. It's not an easy game.
It is tough. I wasn't too off-put by that part of it. It was tough, though.
And you played just the demo, right?
No, I played a bit of it. Like I have
the
it. I had it through Haley. I played it for a few hours, I think.
I remember him playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So still the first level?
No. I got beyond like the big gate and you go into the next area and stuff. No, I did that.
Did you fight the big tire boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michelin Man.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and listen, I died. I'm not here telling you it wasn't. Like, I died. It was challenging, but I never thought it was like Souls hard. Like, I was never like, I can't. It was like,
no, it's not Souls hard.
I thought it was like Kenna hard. It was probably a little harder than Kenna.
No, it gets Souls hard. I'm not going to lie. This shit gets hard as hell.
Well, then I would have checked out then.
Yeah, I definitely got close to the end, and I was like, I need to turn the.
I was also playing, I think, on easy or whatever.
There's this thing called settings. You hit, you put it to easy. If they haven't, put it to big baby mode.
I can't do that.
Fuck that. Dev, I'm getting old. I don't have much time left.
Getting?
Listen,
what you mean getting?
I can't
do that no more. We can't go out there like that no more. That ain't us, man.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, out here trying to play soccer and basketball like
we can't do this like
13
we did.
years old. No.
Hey, look, my team's won. All right.
Nah,
we win. We still out here catching dubs. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that.
And
it's over.
I can't put my games on easy mode. I refuse. If I gotta put my games on easy mode, someone's gonna hang them up.
Nah, it was time for me to hang them up. They going on easy baby mode. It's gonna get to the point eventually. I'm like, hey, just tell me the synopsis of the game, and I feel like I beat it. Tell me what happened. Read me the script.
So anyway, that's the news. Lots of next gen talk, and Donkey Kong. That's kind of what
Donkey Kong.
See.
All right. Rude Day scoring update. The Delvin and the Rude got Mind's Eye right as it comes in at a strong 36 on PC and a 28 on PS5.
Legendary.
His favorite quotes from this segment, Donnie. 59 is a hard score to get. Delvin.
You're right.
I might get a refund. Devin. Delvin's going to come back from this, and it's not that bad. Also, Delvin, you were close to predicting the correct score as you said a 38. Also, we all ended up getting the underwrite on Elden Ring Night Rain, and finally everyone but Delvin was right as we have official confirmation of Marathon's delay. This makes the
Forever.
score Donnie, I Hate Xbox Reese with 5. The Final Xbox Fanboy, The Rude with 4. Delvin, Where My Switch Is At Cox with 4. And your defending, reigning
I like how
Rude
you said
Games
that.
champion of the world, Devin with 3. Yeah. I don't appreciate you. You saw where I was going with that, Delvin, but I don't appreciate you downing with this leading scores. It's not okay.
That's fine.
Okay,
I mean,
I don't care.
gotta put you. We gotta set you back here. All right. Stop trying. I like it when you don't try. Let's go back to that.
Nah, it's fine.
when I make a mockery of the whole thing.
Yes, let's go back to that. We like that, Doc.
Nah, it's cool. Do what you want.
So this week we have an over or under 83.5 for a rematch. This is from the studio that made Sifu, got an 81. The Rude is thinking over.
The
I don't know
fuck
if
is
you guys have seen
rematch?
this. It's a
I
soccer
don't even
game.
know what that is.
Oh no. Under.
So it's like not arcade soccer, but it's a soccer game that looks like Sifu, moves like Sifu. It's
Does it
pretty
have waifus in it?
cool. No, there's no waifus.
Under.
No dating sims?
No dating sims, just
Under.
soccer.
Under.
People who have played it are really into it.
Wait a minute, I've seen this. What's the weird part about this? It's like
There's
a
nothing weird
game, right?
about it. It's just soccer.
What
Look
is
at
this,
this
like a
game.
roguelite or
Sifu.
something?
No, it's a
Roll
soccer
like
game.
soccer.
I thought it had like some weird twist to it. I'm looking at a trailer.
The
of
twist
it.
is that it's Sifu, but on the soccer field.
What do you mean it's Sifu?
It's made by the
Sifu's
same studio, so it looks like Sifu. It kind of plays, in like the way Sifu kind of plays, like where you're moving around and all of that stuff. There's combos, but it's just a soccer game.
Oh, it's just a straight. You're just
Looking
playing
at
soccer.
this trailer, I'm sticking with my under.
Yeah, it's 5v5 soccer.
Let's see.
It looks cool. I think it looks
Looks
dope.
alright. Doesn't look all that to me. Looks alright.
Okay, I'm taking the under.
Yeah. I'm still with my under.
83.5 is pretty high. But I'm going to go with the over because I think it's something that's different and new, and people really like Rocket League, and this can kind of maybe, dethrone that because it's actual soccer. So, with the over. Again, everything that I've seen from people who have played this really enjoy it. It's not for you, Delvin. But you also think Mind's Eye is good, so
I never
How have
said
we
that.
still not talked about Mind's Eye? He talked so much about how he was buying He didn't talk about last week. He talked about anything else but that this week. Anything but Mind's Eye. He went and
You know
lived
why?
Mind's Eye. He was so inspired
why?
by playing the game. He booked a ticket and was like, this island's fucking Mind's Eye.
Yeah, pretty much. Mine's not that good.
Of course not.
Pretty goddamn bad.
Of course it is.
I don't
I didn't play-
believe that you feel that way.
I didn't play Mine's Eye this week.
'Cause it's
I played 2
trash.
games, and neither one of them was Mine's Eye. Both were actually really good games.
Okay.
Like, what are they? Like, do you want to
No, just leave it at
Breath
that.
of the Wild.
No, just okay.
They picked the second option. So
No,
they
he's
don't
not playing
really
Breath of the Wild either. I'm
I
not
played
here
Breath of the
collecting
Wild.
all this shit for him, and it's just sitting in his box.
I played Breath of the Wild.
I have like 14, 15 people in my item loop now. Like the podcast like shit is exploding last week.
You got that blue
we got
magic,
people
that's why.
we got people signing up to the Discord like, yo,
They just sign up. Hey,
I heard you
I
got
hope-
shields.
I see all these people sign up for the Discord. Now, look, hope you guys listen to the motherfucking podcast. Don't just come here just trying to whore yourselves out the Donnie to get some stuff.
How do you think they
I
found
mean,
out?
they'd have to find out from listening to the podcast.
No, one of their friends told them, hey, there's this guy out here giving out free deals and shit.
I
heard
got
from the
Aaron
streets.
helping me make shields now. I had to
Aaron,
I had to expand the staff. I had to hire on extra support for the busy season.
D-Life, shut the fuck up.
I was like
Goddamn
I'm running out of stuff to send people.
Hey, Aaron,
So-
helping out?
So you played the altars, huh, Delvin?
Yeah,
Game Pass.
I fucking love
It's
it. I'm
not-
not
I
gonna
was
lie.
really
Did you
excited and
buy it?
interested about that, and then
Yes.
I
don't
watched
have
a
Xbox no
reviewer
more.
that I like talk about it. He really talked me off of it.
I don't think you guys will like it, but I love it.
He says like a tower defense game.
Oh, What I play, I
Like
wouldn't
you have
call
to
it that.
keep cloning everybody and then like
It's a-
give them jobs to do, and so it's like this
It's a survival management sim. I'd call it.
Ugh. That sounds awful.
I like
survival management sim. That's Dev's job.
it a lot. Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
You're on a space station. You got to kind of like figure out a way to survive and build these resources for yourself and keep building the resources. Then you have to make other versions of yourself from alternate worlds and help. They have to help you so you can survive. And then they have their own feelings and emotions based off of things you do. I love it. It's fucking awesome.
That's great. That's wonderful.
I'm having a blast with it.
I have to manage
But you're
people
not
at work.
Breath of the
I have
Wild.
to manage people at home.
Which is what
No
we
thanks.
discussed.
I'm playing Breath of the
Delvin.
Wild too.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. like, not
I'm just not
enough,
getting
you're
your stuff. I'll be playing more this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I
tomorrow.
don't believe you.
I have one thing to do tomorrow, and after that tomorrow, I think I'm off for the rest of the day. So I'll be playing games.
Nice. Me too. And then I'm going to the movies.
I might do that tomorrow.
Fucking
I do want to
zombie
see 28
flick,
years
man.
later.
Ah, I hope it's good.
I do want to see that.
I hope it's good. I've waited for this movie for so long. Like, just don't be bad. Just don't be bad. Like, please don't be bad. Because this is supposed to kick off like a new trilogy, which worries me greatly.
Okay. I saw a trailer on Facebook because it just came on digital today, well, yesterday, for Final Destination's Bloodline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but the
heard
trailer
it's
they
great.
showed on Facebook made me not want to watch it.
I've heard it's great. From all of the
I heard it's great.
the
heard it's
horror
great.
outlets that I watch, like they all loved it. Like I might watch that. I might watch it. I might watch both tomorrow.
Yeah. The way they spliced this trailer to make it seem like it was a penny just murdering everybody, I'm like, all right, bro. Like the same penny, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I hope that's not the case.
I've had a good run of horror movies lately. I think I've gotten 3 this week that I've enjoyed. So I hope that train keeps going.
I've watched a lot. I haven't enjoyed much. I want to say I've enjoyed maybe 2 or 3 so far. Like there's some I disliked so much I wouldn't even talk about it on Decade of Horror.
Yeah, no, I've had a few of those myself. I've had a couple of those.
Yeah,
I
I've
just
had,
watched this shark movie that was like fucking just god awful. Is every bit of a Sunday morning sci-fi original shark movie you would imagine. Like it was awful. It was bad. I was like, this is terrible. I watched one that was. It's not a horror movie, but it's totally a horror movie, and I thought it was like inventive at least, if not ingenious. I loved
What's
it.
the name of it?
Presence.
Somebody recommended that to me.
It's really good. I really
might check
liked
it
it. It's novel. It's just very, very clever. Not novel. It's just very clever with what it's doing.
Okay.
Remember the Jason movie, the terrible ass like you're Jason, like you're the guy, and he's walking around the campground.
I can't
What was
remember the
that
name of it.
movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Okay, this is
That's
that.
on Shudder now.
This is that, but for found footage,
Ooh.
and like you're the ghost.
Okay.
So you're like haunting this house and you're learning all about this family. It's very much a family drama. That's what the movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's set within like a horror premise.
So the ghost is walking
like
around.
I
watching
immediately
the person and
went
his
to my
family?
daughter. I immediately went to my daughter and was like, "You need to watch this." Like a great pick for like folks that like drama movies or relational conflicts, but not horror. It's a great pick for those folks.
Okay.
So
Okay.
cool. It's free to stream somewhere. I don't know where I watch it. Peacock, something like that. It's somewhere. Hulu. It's on one of them. It's all just Google TV. I don't know. It's free somewhere. I don't remember where, but it's
Just
on one of them.
Google the name and it'll tell you where it's at, and then just pick one.
Presence was good. I liked it.
Sweet. So over or under 82.5 for college football 26. Last year it scored an 83. The Rude believes it'll be over.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna say 85.
I too am gonna go over.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm a little torn all the improvements that I've read about seem good, and I think they'll be rewarded for that. The only thing that gives me some pause is this is now the second release and not the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how much goodwill earned on that the first time. And I wonder if people are like, is it because it's better? Are they going to be very favorable to it? Or is it going to be like it's better, but by now we should want more? Like, I don't know where to fall on that scale of where it might land.
It will be the latter, but they'll still score it higher than last year's one.
I could see people being like, it's better than last year, but it's not good enough, and giving it 7s. Like, I could see that happening.
I was thinking like, oh, it was 8.
But I'm going to go out on the limb that I think they still have goodwill, and I think last year's game was overrated, and I think the fixes from last year's game will give them enough clearance. I think they'll go over because of that.
Yeah.
You know, the
Next year,
content
though,
I've seen, people are really, really enjoying it.
There's a lot to fix. Like, once you played that game for a little bit, you start getting to the franchise, the seasons. Like, recruiting was kind of broken. Like, the AI models are broken. Like, the rankings are broken. Like, there was a lot to fix systemically.
Nobody cares about that. They're not putting that in the rating.
100%.
Does the game work? Does it play online? The diehards care, but that's not who's giving the score.
A lot of the folks that have these outlets that peddle out, they do freelance that out to those people because they know they don't have the experts to know any better. A lot of, like, the IGNs, they do freelance sports reviews out to sports gamers.
This is going to score high because it's going.
Yeah, I think the fixes that they put in, I think this is going to be like Splatoon 2, where it's like it's more of the same, but it's a lot better now. You know, like that's what this year's college football is going to be.
I don't know if Dev remembers this, but there was a time where certain video game sites would get some random black guy who played 2K to review 2K.
I wouldn't know. I never ever looked at.
It was a common thing.
Sports games.
It was a common thing. Like, oh, here's this guy. He seems like 2K. Come give a review for 2K.
That's freelance work. A lot of them do. Yeah,
that's a common thing.
And that's that. If you're trying to get in to do that sort of thing, that's exactly where you need to focus. You need to play the games somebody wants to play.
And that's usually the beat they're gonna put you on. Hey,
yep.
Play this.
Everybody wants to review, the Zelda and Call of Duty and The Last of Us. It's who wants to review FIFA every year?
Who wants to review FIFA? Who wants to review F1? Who wants to review these other type of games?
Mm-hmm. Indie games.
Cool. Question time. Six Wheels wants to know, what's your favorite psychological horror movie?
Wheels?
What platform are you on? I don't even know what that means.
Video game
YouTube.
platform.
YouTube Premium. TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Blue Sky.
I'm only on Twitter. That is it. That is all. Once that goes up in a ball of flame, social media is dead to me.
It didn't already
Twitter.
go up in a ball of flame?
Yeah.
I thought that's what
It's pretty much in a ball of flame.
Not mine. Mine is great. Gives me just what I need.
Just like Delvin and Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Works fine over here for me.
I can show it to you. Just Google Twitter, Dev.
Oh, yeah.
I can see it ain't hard.
That's not the Twitter I'm on.
Wow.
Hey, sometimes you gotta ignore it.
Yeah.
I don't see any of it.
Favorite psychological horror movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Get Out.
hard.
No, it's not.
That's hard.
Get Out. Diabolique.
I like Seven a lot.
Rosemary's Baby.
7.
The Wicker Man.
Get Out.
Smile.
Smile's good.
Smile 2 was really good. Oh, hang on. Midsummer. Of course.
Okay.
I fucking hate that movie.
Midsummer's incredible.
Shit
I don't
was
like
so
it either.
Stupid.
It's incredible.
Incredibly
The greatest
stupid.
horror movie of your lifetime.
You know what? Us. I really like
100% it
Us.
is. Yeah?
Us probably my choice.
I'd have to go with Get Out.
Great pick.
Get Out's great.
Great pick.
I love Us.
I don't love 7.
7's
You
great.
guys kind of froze there for a minute for me.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying I don't love 7. 7's one of those like all-time
Seven.
great movies. That's like my Peter Griffin. Like I didn't care for it. You know,
The Sixth Sense a good one too.
My wife loves The Sixth Sense.
Never
That
seen
was like for her. That was like her horror movie.
But
That was her
once,
sentimental horror movie.
Once you know the hook to it, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those horror movies you can only watch once.
That's all horror movies, right? That's
No. Definitely not. Definitely
you're like
not.
if I watch them once,
Right.
like
there
I've
have been
never
movies
seen
I
The Sixth
watched.
Sense. For what?
There's movies I watched this year like 3 or 4 times that are horror movies.
Interesting.
My gaming platform is Switch, but I also have a PC and a bunch of old retro consoles and stuff too.
PS5, Switch 2, Steam.
PS5,
I almost
PC.
I almost traded my Steam Deck for a PlayStation 5. I had somebody offer.
That's a good offer.
Well,
It's a
'cause I
good
was
deal.
I was originally getting like lowball offers, and I was like, nah, I'm not selling it for that. I'll just keep it.
What's lowball? Define low, like how low?
200.
Yeah, I told him eat a dick.
That's too much.
That's
way too low.
I told him like, hold up. Fam.
I got
I'm like,
$325 for it.
that's good. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I might have told somebody I'll slap the shit out you off into a house with this shit. Yo, fuck wrong with you?
No,
I might rob you like the people try to do me.
I
Just
listed
that
it for
kind of-
trade. I listed it for trade. I was like, hey, if you got like retro games or like retro consoles, like I'm open to trade, but like if you want to buy it, like that's fine. Like and I got a lot of people who are like 200, 225. I was like, nah, son, I'm not. No, just keep moving.
I'm not on crack. It's okay.
I did get asked if I would trade for some rims or a tattoo.
Rims?
A tattoo work. Do you want to give you a Steam Deck for a tattoo? I was like, nah, I don't. I don't want a tattoo from anybody that has to trade tattoo work for a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
That makes me think you're not that good of a tattoo person. Like,
Yeah.
so it was always interesting using Marketplace. It's kind of there's a wild mess over there.
Yes. it is.
But then I had one person who was like, would you do 325? And I was like, that's more than a fair offer. Absolutely. If you want to come get it. Because the PlayStation 5 guy didn't want to come meet me. That was the deal. He's like,
How
if you
do you
bring it
expect you
to
to get
me.
it?
He was like, if you bring it to me, I was like, I'm definitely not doing that. I was like, you all have overjudged my willingness to want to sell. Like, it can sit here. Like, it's fine. Like, I ain't got to sell anything. I could delete this in a heartbeat.
I got
But
money.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not
hurting.
hurting.
This
I'm
is
not
not-
hurting.
you
I'm just
messaged
tossing
me.
it out there.
like you messaged me. I didn't message you like, hey, can I bring you a Steam Deck? No, you messaged me. That's not a delivery service. You know,
You wanted to
need
gotta come
Zelda
get
notes
this.
for that shit. But yeah, I got a good deal for it. So I'm excited. I bought a bag. I bought these grips, Delvin, for Joy-Con. They're 3D printed grips from Russia, I think. Is it Slovakia or something like that?
Okay.
But he's 3D printing grips that go around the Joy-Con, so you can hold them like a full controller. And then you can snap them off and keep it. And I was like, that's it was more expensive than I would want, especially for like a homemade product, like $40. But dude, I don't think we're gonna get third-party Joy-Con for like a year,
At least.
at least. And I really don't like holding the Switch 2, like in like handheld. I don't like sitting there holding it like that.
Oh, I don't play it like that.
So, yeah, like
Push my hands.
I needed
I'm
something,
old.
so I'm gonna give these grips a try, and hopefully they're great and they tied me up. They look great, like they look real nice. And he also makes grips for like the Ally and the Steam Deck for people, and he sold hundreds of those, and people like them. So that made me think that at least this person, he knows what he's doing. So
Nice.
thank you, Steam Deck money.
Steam Deck money.
Let me ask you a
Steam Deck
question.
money.
Because you still buy stuff regularly from online distributors. I've been
I
scared to
shop
buy
almost
stuff.
exclusively.
From
I shop online so much
AliExpress and stuff like that because I'm like, oh.
that
this
I
shit gonna get
I
tariffed.
gift my mailman. I give her money
Okay.
because she's always walking up to my house all the damn time. Like I feel bad. I'm like, you must hate my house. You come up to the damn door every day because I almost exclusively shop online.
We gave our mailman a bottle of booze that he loved.
Yeah, I give her gift cards every now and then, Starbucks, Amazon, stuff like that. Just say thank you.
The
I want to be in her good graces.
the lady I work with goes to casinos a lot, and they give her like bottles of liquor and stuff like that. Like, here, I have a bunch of them here. You can give it to the mailman.
I don't want her to fucking punt my Switch 2 down the stairs like your mailman does.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't have
she
a
takes
mailman.
care of my stuff. If it's raining, she tucks it away, puts it on the swing. You know,
They don't give a fuck about my shit. I don't think they like me very much.
like we can tell.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. My community, the mailbox is all in one area for like the entire like section.
Yeah.
So there's nobody coming to my door.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you guys. Very kind.
You guys see my Pokemon Crocs?
You got them?
Yes.
Did you not see them?
I saw the image. I know you bought them and they arrived.
Go get them.
He showed the pic. No, we don't know. God,
get 'em.
no. He bought Pokemon Crocs. I bought like
I saw
6
he-
pairs of Dunks.
I saw he bought them.
I get to have my Delvin moment. How many times
Yeah.
he sat here and cracked open new shoes?
Do I need to go
appreciate
crack
it.
open all of mine? Show you some real shoes?
You know what?
How fucking cool are those?
Those don't look bad.
Yes, they
Ah.
do. Shits are ugly. They're Crocs.
I got a Cubone charm.
Not mad at
See
him.
my dude?
Ugh.
Legendary guy.
Look at they got the red, black, and white stripe. It's good stuff. Charms
Respect
on
the
the band.
Cubone. I like it.
My daughter
Bone
said
time.
you can't wear them. So what the fuck did I buy them for? She's like, you can't wear them. The sole will get dirty. I was like, every sole gets dirty. You're walking on dirt. That's why they make shoes. So your feet don't get dirty.
Just
I have
clean
a
the
friend
soles.
who would never buy shoes that had white bottoms just for that reason.
That's
If they had a
wild.
white sole, he wouldn't get them because they look filthy. So he'd
Just
always get
crazy.
shoes that have black or a different color.
That's what I
bit
have
to the bottom.
shoe cleaner for. Just clean the soles.
Nobody's cleaning the bottom of the shoes.
It'll never be white again. It'll never be new.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you,
I
D
would-
Life. Look at the
I would
odd
crack
voice of
open all
support
my
there.
Dunks, but they're all upstairs in the box where they belong. So
Go get them. We got plenty of time.
I'm not going upstairs.
But I love them. They'll look great at the beach. I'm gonna wear them to Myrtle Beach. My Pokemon shoes.
I appreciate it, Donnie.
I'm getting
Live your
Legends.
life.
This is my return to Pokemon 2025.
Look, be who you want to be, Donnie. If you want
Love
to be
the
that
Crocs.
guy
I
who
will
wears
be that guy.
Pokemon Crocs
With
at
socks.
the beach with socks, live your truth.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've ever lived any other way. Like I tell my wife all the time, like I give a fuck what these people think. I don't fucking know you.
Live your
Do I
truth.
care?
Live your
You
truth,
shouldn't
King.
care. But you shouldn't wear Crocs with socks. That's just.
I got Crocs with socks on right now.
That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. Let him live his life. He's earned it.
You gotta keep the inside of the Croc clean. The socks help. Help a little bit.
What kind of socks are you wearing though? I'm curious.
I have Nike socks.
Are they like the cotton socks and stuff like that? The heavy ones?
What?
Are you asking me do I have silk socks, like as opposed to what?
No,
I have
you know
regular
they have-
socks.
They're different. Socks have different materials. Y'all know that, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, but the default.
Are you
is
asking if he
cotton,
has like dress socks or
yeah,
like
the default
what
is
are you
cotton
asking?
sock.
They have like waterproof socks and wicker
What?
tinted socks.
You mean
Is
like
that a-
dry fit socks? Or are you talking
Dry-
about like Nike dry fit?
They have dry fit too. They have the stance socks. That's what I'm kind of asking. What kind of socks? Is he wearing? There you go. There's another high, low ankle socks. What kind of socks? Are you
So
wearing?
I wear ankle cut socks that are black, always
There are
black.
multiple type of socks.
Always black, which my family used to make fun of me, and then Jack told me that that's like a thing now.
I'm asking because if he said he's going to the beach in socks, is he wearing cotton socks to the beach?
No. Like when
See,
I
that's
actually
what I'm trying to figure
when I
out.
go out to the sand, I'm not gonna have socks on.
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Thank
Well,
you.
he was joking about the socks, Delvin.
But
I'm
walking
thinking
walking
less.
around town, like when we go to get ice cream, I will have socks on.
Yeah, as
He
you
was
should.
he wasn't joking.
I might wear them to the strip club.
There you go. See, I've seen people wear socks out to the beach. That's why I'm asking.
I've seen that too. I also see people.
That's why I
who
was
wear
asking
socks
what kind of socks
in the
you wearing.
fucking pool, but they're wearing just
That's
regular
wild.
socks.
That's wild.
See, that's why I was
wild.
asking the question
Socks
because
is a
there's
little
socks
wild.
that you can wear for water.
That's too far.
no. These aren't water socks. These are people just in
socks.
regular socks,
See,
fully
that's-
clothed in our pool.
That's-
It
That's
is
why I asked the
weirdest,
question.
Those
most
people,
bizarre thing
those
ever.
people pour milk first when they make.
That's why
Yes.
I asked the question. I was wondering, is he wearing cotton socks on beach sand and stuff like that, or is he wearing like
No.
beach socks?
Just ask that then. Then just say that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
You were like, what kind of socks do you have?
yeah. I didn't want to just be like, hey, are you wearing?
Yeah.
Because if I would say, are you wearing cotton socks? I'd be like, what the fuck you mean? Who the fuck wears that? And then I'm like, plenty of people do because I've seen them.
Yeah.
This past week, I've seen them do that.
I wear ankle socks, black ankle socks. I've bought that
Okay.
exclusively for 20 years. I've worn. That's the only sock I wear. I
have
did that
multiple
originally because in foster care, it was the easiest way to keep track of whose socks were whose. My socks didn't match anybody else's. They were always my socks.
socks. Okay.
Right? They're all black. And I just stuck with that. And she used to make fun of me because apparently, like, I'd wear black socks with, I don't know, brown shoes or white shoes, and I was supposed to wear white socks.
nobody's
looking.
looking at your socks. Like,
Yeah,
what
I've never
difference
cared,
does it
obviously.
make what color
I've
socks I
clearly
have?
never cared.
I say that, but I wear different types of socks. I have several
So
types of socks.
they used to
I have
make fun of me,
socks.
but then Jack told me that like his friends all have black socks. He was like, "Yeah, it's just what people do now." And I was like,
Yeah.
"See, fucking
you were ahead of
trendsetter.
the curve.
Head of the curve."
He was right there with the Fab Four.
Yeah.
They wear all black socks too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I hate those guys, but nice.
Yeah,
As
they wear black
Wolverines.
socks and the longer shorts. Yeah.
Bad time out, but yeah, I like them.
Also, black socks are just more versatile. I think just go with more
Yeah.
things.
They go on everything. I swear.
Yeah,
Always been on black.
you don't really notice
Last man
them,
once said.
right? Because if you're not supposed to have white socks on and you do, that's more noticeable. Black socks just fade in; it just blends in. It's just a shadow.
Also,
Yeah.
some white socks don't look great.
I've got lots of socks, so it all depends on what the hell I'm wearing.
What
But
what
that's
fabrics?
mostly like dress socks.
What
they're all
fabric
cotton.
socks do you have?
They're all cotton.
I thought
not
he was about to
wearing-
hit us with like, I've got $4,000 lace socks. You know, I thought he was about to like go Diddy on us or some shit. These socks
Whoa.
are made of gold.
Not gonna go Diddy on y'all.
What kind of
No, absolutely
nonsense?
not. That's what I'm not gonna do. Tell you that right goddamn now.
Got my dry fit socks for when I play basketball. But other than that, I don't have any other special socks, Delvin. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I do.
Nonsense.
Made of gold.
You have special pool socks? Yeah, you got pool and beach socks?
Yes.
Which reminds me of the Chappelle skit. He's like, holding these balloons.
Why are you
Go
wearing
uptown.
socks to the beach? Like, why?
I don't know.
I don't. Nonsense.
Hi, Drew. Thanks for tuning into this mess.
this dumpster fire.
This show.
Mr. Badger wants to know, what are your thoughts on the yellow paint to show people where to go next?
You know what my thoughts on that?
Actually, he does. It's why he asked the question.
No.
I've never
I don't
cared.
want to say what I don't want to say what I want to say.
Too bad.
Okay.
You're gonna.
You
I think
have
it's
to
cool.
have that because people are fucking stupid.
Well, that's
Correct.
true.
And even when you have it, they don't fucking follow it any fucking way because people are fucking morons.
I think it's clever when like we've seen developers go away from that and how inventive they have to like try and still steer people. I think that's cool. But
Oh.
I never cared about squeezing through rocks or yellow paint or any of these tropes that we label games with. Just like I've never cared about a jump scare in a horror
Oh, you're talking
movie.
about
It's a
video
horror
games. It's
movie.
about in general.
It's supposed to have jump scares. Yo, yeah, the video games. You mean just yellow paint?
I'm talking about in general.
And just
In general.
life?
It's
Yellow
like in
paint?
life, you need yellow paint 'cause these fuckers are fucking doofuses.
Well, that's very true. That's very true.
People are fucking slow.
More so that than video games. But
Yes,
video,
that's what I was
video
thinking.
games that had the yellow cliffs or the yellow paint or yellow markers never bothered me.
That hasn't bothered me
Yes,
neither.
I
Yeah,
don't
I've
really
never
care.
looked at this and been like, look at this shitty game and they're yellow paint. Like that's a wild. If you ever have that opinion, like you need to put the controller down. Like just take a break,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
just go do something else for like a month. Like that's crazy. Who cares?
Yeah. I
don't care what-
just. It's not that big a deal.
How's it any different than like a waypoint on a map? It's telling you where to go.
Same
What does it
thing.
matter? What does it matter?
Yep. Doesn't bother me in the least. I don't even think about it.
Mine's I need it. One of the many
Mine's that
flaws
means
of
a lot of
mine's eye.
things.
Yeah. Gameplay.
Like a game. Like
Cutscene the goddamn game.
they said it's like extremely linear. Like the whole game is like just mission, 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 mission done.
Yes. Mission, cutscene for 30 minutes. Mission, Driving for 15 minutes, cutscene, yeah.
It's been entertaining watching people share the things that's happening in that game while they're playing or their experience with it.
Yeah.
Mind's Eye is healing the gaming community.
It is.
It's going above console wars, above portable wars. We can all collectively shit on this one single title.
Yeah.
Just
I remember
unabashed. There's no
when I
journalist
turned it-
telling you that, like, the review scores don't matter. And, like, there's none of that. Everybody's just like, no, collectively, Mind's Eye sucks.
Yeah.
Everybody
when
but you and Ray.
When I first turned it on, I was
Right.
like, yeah, man, this is dope, man. It's really cool to have a Latino main character. They're like, as I'm playing, like, maybe they shouldn't have a Latino main character. Don't put this on the Latino community. Why did they do
Don't
this to
put
my
that-
Latin brothers? Haven't they suffered enough?
Really puts Days Gone in perspective.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody wanted to jump that game. And poor Deacon St. John. And
Yeah.
Like, well, it could be Mind's Eye, though.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Free to play Joe. He says with Xbox moving towards PC,
You got to
and
say it like
having
Rebecca
access-
said it. F2P Joe.
FUP Joe.
She really said that?
Every
Yes,
episode. We
every
correct her and she
episode.
just keeps going.
She just keeps saying, like, why do you keep saying it like that?
Come on.
Why do you keep reading it like that?
You're better
I'm just
than
glad
that.
your
Come
story didn't include Rebecca's mom.
No, that'd got me in trouble.
Dev.
on. What?
That'd got me in trouble.
Oh,
That definitely got me
What?
in trouble.
oh no.
I can't say it.
We're going to have to sidebar after this.
There's a line that clearly can't be crossed. And every week, the jokes get closer and closer to that line. And I keep trying to pull them back.
I don't know, Delvin.
I keep being like, nah, son, we going there.
So what about Rebecca's mom now, huh?
Nah,
What?
Nah, I'm not going there. Y'all not finna make me another stepdaddy. Nope.
We? It's not we. It'd be you.
No.
Lord have mercy. Anyways, free to play Joe wants to know with Xbox moving towards PC and having access to PlayStation's games via Steam, do you think Sony will follow the approach of a PC-like console?
No.
No.
Look how disgusted Dale looks.
Doesn't make any sense. The reason why Xbox can do that is because they make Windows.
Yeah.
Like that's it. They're just bringing all of their stuff to Windows, so it makes sense. But Sony doesn't make an operating system. Sony doesn't even make PCs anymore. So no, they wouldn't do that. It wouldn't make sense.
I agree.
Agree. Yeah.
I used to like the Sony
Is this-
Bio.
Is this the question? We know. Is this the question that you guys were alluding to earlier?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't remember. We said a lot
That
of
was
stuff
like-
this episode.
That was weeks ago. I don't know.
I could see them doing their own PC launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's
That makes
kind of the
sense.
same thing, I could see them doing
I'm surprised
that.
they haven't done that already.
I think Steam, I think they're just evaluating if it's worth the investment and even the sheer trying to compete with Steam.
Yeah.
But honestly, it really depends on how do they view Xbox now. Because at one point you could do your own launcher, and now you can cut that device out of the mix if you want to. But Xbox putting Gears and Forza and shit on PlayStation, so like, do you even care?
I mean, they could just be petty.
It is a legit threat to their ecosystem. As like you're competing with PC, like the console or the PC at this point.
Are you?
Yeah,
Because if you think about the fact that most of the games don't launch day and date, it's like we're gonna get these sales when we launch the game on PC anyway. So either it's still gonna sell on PC because you got to buy it on PC for it to play.
I'm just
on
suggesting
Steam, right?
I'm just suggesting if people look to choose to, if they're looking between a PlayStation 6 and this PC thing, whether it's a whole Windows platform or a specific box made into like a PC, having that flexibility, just having the existence of that competes with the idea of owning a PlayStation. There will be people that go, do I need a console now that doesn't have access to all these other things? I guess that is a case you can make.
I think that those people are going to be so far and few in between when it comes to like the PlayStation, like diehards who were there day one for their games. I don't think it'll make a difference.
Yeah, I'm talking about the casuals, the Call of Duties
Yeah.
and the Fortnites and stuff.
But the thing is, those casuals weren't buying a PlayStation anyway if they were going to buy the game on Steam. It's still a sale.
Yeah, but
I
if they
think it works.
prefer a console experience, I don't agree with that. I think there's people that just they buying the PlayStation version because the console experience. If a PC is offering the console experience and more, that's a legit threat.
I don't think so.
It matters on cost, really. It's not a threat if it's $1,000. If it's $500, if it's apples to apples, it's a decision point. It's an inflection point for a consumer.
Yeah, I just wonder how many of those people are waiting that long for the game, the PlayStation game. Like,
I'm not even suggesting it has
there's
anything to
just
do
the
with
casuals.
PlayStation games. I'm not even talking about it. Yeah, I'm not even suggesting PlayStation games. I don't think they care about exclusives. I'm talking about that person, that casual player. It's playing Call of Duty and Fortnite and like all those servicey games. If you could have the flexibility of a PC or the specific storefront of Game Pass in a factor like a console,
I'm gonna say those people are too stupid to realize this exists.
Fair. Yeah. It's a good rebuttal. Can't argue there. You're right. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what this box is like. I can't wait to see. I want to see Xbox actually show it to us because I have so many questions about like the Windows nature of it.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Like, can you wipe the OS? Can you treat it like a PC? Can I actually install anything on it? Can I do emulation? Do you have any blocks, any of this? Like, it could be, at the very least, an interesting discussion topic.
Yep.
Yes.
Moving right along. Kyle the Pug
Fuck you, Cow the Pug.
wants to know on a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for Danky Kang Bananza after seeing the direct for the game? Is that an 8? You could just say 8.
Oh my God.
Say 7. I don't know
8.
what the hell he's doing.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. He had 7 and then it was 8, but then he kind of put
No,
one
I had
down.
8, but one of my fingers, because I have big hands, wasn't showing up on the whole screen. So.
You could just move back and you'd see.
No, that's not how that works.
This doesn't. That's
I'm pretty jazzed, so I'm going to give it like a 9. Pretty excited.
8.5.
I was excited from the get-go of just a new Donkey Kong game. It's very exciting.
Looks great.
And then how
I've not
good it
watched
looks,
it.
like, yeah, that jumps it up a bit. This could be Donkey Kong's thing, too. Like, this whole Wreck-It Ralph, destruction, everything, like, that could be its new spin-off of Donkey Kong games we play for, like, a decade if it's a hit. This could be his thing.
Yeah, I've not watched it, so I can't give it a hype or no hype level. So I got nothing. I thought it looked cool. I'll probably get it for the kids, but yeah, I don't have any real hype level for it at all. Maybe after I watch it.
980.
Then we'll talk.
I said 980.
No, not even 0. Just not applicable. Just
Not
NA.
A.
NA. Okay.
And John 32 wants to add on to that. He wants to know which Kong do each of the hosts of PSVG most identify with? Aren't there only 3? Are there more than 3?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
All I know is Donkey, Diddy, and Cranky.
Donkey Kong Jr., Cranky Kong, Funky Kong.
There's Funky Kong.
Who the hell is Funky Kong?
You, because you stink.
Damn. Damn.
Got him!
Candy Kong,
The hell is a Candy Kong?
Kitty
She's a
Kong,
stripper. She's a stripper. Stripper
Chunky
Donkey Kong.
Kong, Karate Kong, Dread
Chunky
Kong,
Oh, I don't think we can call it damn Dread Kong.
Swanky Kong,
Chunky Kong?
Yeah, that's Fat Donkey Kong.
Dixie Kong. Yeah. Sumo King. Sumo King the
know
Ninja
anything.
Kong.
There you go. You want to be Sumo King?
Sure.
I have no. I don't think I personally identify with a Kong. So, like,
I mean,
I have no idea who to be.
King
I
Kong.
think you're just Donkey Kong because you like to smash it when you play video games.
Love it.
So
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll take
you're
it.
Donkey Kong. Delvin is
gonna
for
smash
sure
him.
the old. Is the old one Cranky Kong? That's the old one.
Cranky
That's
Kong.
correct.
Yeah.
And it fits
He's old
perfectly
as
because
hell.
Cranky Cole's always talking about old ass video games.
He really is. That should be Dev though.
Yeah.
Dev is really Cranky Kong.
He's Dread Kong.
We literally have a meme about Dev Killington. Dev Buzz Killington. Like, he is Cranky Kong.
Let's see.
Sorry, Delvin. You're too cool. You have too much fun to be Cranky Kong.
I can't. I don't want to be Diddy Kong.
I understand that. I understand that.
This might be a problem. This might be a problem. Oh my God.
Unfortunately,
Well, there's a Grumpy Kong now. That's in canon today.
I'll be Grumpy Kong because I'm damn sure I'll be Diddy
There's
Kong.
Swanky Kong.
Which one's Swanky Kong?
I don't know. I'm looking at a list. All right, let me read it to you. Swanky Kong is a member of the Kong family appearing in the Donkey Kong series. He's one of 3 Kongs who have not made any physical appearance in games not developed by I don't know. I think it cuts off.
Yeah.
He makes a cameo in the course Donkey Kong Jungle in Mario Superstars Baseball. He has like a jacket on.
Okay. I like jackets.
He's also in Donkey Kong Country 3.
I like jackets.
Yeah. I like 3.
Yeah, he's in Donkey Kong 3. Looks like a game show host.
Yeah. I like game shows.
He has a cane.
I like canes. Canes are
Right?
pimpish. Yeah.
Been pimping since been pimping since been pimping.
Did you see the Amiibo announcement today?
No, I did not.
So there's a brand new Amiibo that people want. Guess how much they're charging?
$20.
$80.
I'm just going to tell you, it's not like a Guardian Amiibo. It's not like some giant special Amiibo. It's literally a Donkey Kong Amiibo. It's got Pauline on. It's a different style, right? But it's a Donkey Kong Amiibo. It looks just like the other
$80.
Donkey Kong. It's $30.
Oh, okay.
Is that not how much they normally were?
No. God,
Yeah, they're
no.
like
I think
$40
the
I've
Street-
never bought.
The
I've never
Street
bought
Fighter
an Amiibo.
ones are 30, but I thought that
I think
was
they're 40.
a Capcom thing. Like, yeah, but dude, when Amiibo launched, they were $12.99.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
like
no
then
longer
they were
$12.99.
They were $17.99 for Switch, and then $17.99 kind of became $19.99. And apparently now this shit's $30. Like, if I didn't have credit to burn, like I would not pay $30. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm only
I saw
buying
them-
because it's free, quote unquote.
I saw them in Best Buy. I'm like, that's the price for Amiibos?
Like, that's crazy. That's too much.
Get the fuck out of here. I was
$30
shocked.
for a regular Amiibo is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the world we live in.
They're treated like it's an actual statue.
Right. Like, I was like, because I was like, fucker, that's like half a game.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
what
it
the
is.
hell? That's
Damn.
crazy. But yeah, that's where we are.
I had no idea. Wow.
Yeah, they're high.
Shit.
I'm gonna go cash out. I didn't pre-order today, so I'm gonna go. I have $25 in rewards points at Best Buy, so I'm getting Donkey Kong for $6.
Nice.
And I needed
Great
something
price.
to use that because I don't really shop at Best Buy anymore because they don't let you use points on like gift cards or digital games or anything like that. So I've kind of stopped. So I needed something physical to buy from them anyway. So this was good timing.
Their system sucks.
That was,
You
great.
can't even get points if you don't have Best Buy
Right.
Next or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
even worse.
I've literally moved most of if I'm not buying either from like a limited run, like a VGP or something, then I'm buying my physicals from GameStop. I've moved all of my stuff to GameStop. Because at least I can get points off my purchase. I get something back. If save 5% off the top, get rewards points on the back end.
Yeah. All right. Final question of the night comes from Captain Austin. He says, have you even glanced at your Switch 1 since the release of Switch 2? And when do you think we're getting Expedition 33 on Switch 2?
Yes, I have. So I can get ready to take that motherfucker and trade it in.
Well, you might find out like Rob found
Like
out
Rob.
that the trade-in values are not very high.
Oh, what do you like? $50?
It's like $100.
Nah, son. I'll sell that shit for that.
We had somebody else. They have their OG Switch. It has a dock and stuff. It's like a dock and a controller, maybe a game or some of those accessories. And they're like, "Is 150 too much?" Because I listed it and people are lowballing me. I was like, "Yeah, because they're not the value on those things. The time to sell your Switch was March. The value on everybody sold their Switch, so that thing is
The
cratered.
price of the brick done tanked.
Yeah, which is good for me because I wanted to get Victoria a Switch to take with college, and I didn't necessarily want to give her mine. So I think I'm going to try to pick up a cheap light here soon and see if I can't get
You
her.
know what the funny thing about this is? I think it was in March. In March, I asked on Shaq, should I just trade in my Switch and just wait for the Switch 2? They were like, fuck no. You are on a Nintendo show.
Well, look at
How
me.
dare-
I didn't trade in my Switches, so yeah, no, I want you to keep it. But if you were going to trade it in, now's the worst time to do it.
Well, yeah, now I can't.
Yeah,
Now I'm stuck
that's
with
the
it.
difference between what's it worth and should I. I'm still going to tell you no. You need to keep it.
Look, peer pressure worked. Now I'm
keep
sitting
it.
here looking
for
at
your
this
old
console,
games.
knowing I'm not going to ever touch it again.
Look at 3DSs on eBay.
Yeah, that is true. I know for a fact they are prices going up.
So I'd hang on to it just in case. I mean, what are you going to do with $100? Buy a game key card? Fuck that.
Just one.
Keep your
yeah.
system. I think it's
You're right.
worth it. I think it's worth it even if you offload like games. It's like I'm using mine as extra storage. My Switch ones are external hard drives. They just got all the games downloaded on them. So if they turn the eShop off or whatever, like I'm sure I can still re-download right from file, but I could just transfer for my Switch One because I have every game I ever bought downloaded.
Not a bad idea.
And there's a lot of indie games and stuff that like play great on Switch One. You know, like you don't need to put them on your Switch 2 to enjoy them. Like they play just as well, right? There's a lot of games that, you know, that are like retro stuff and stuff like that. Like you don't need the new system to play it. Or if you're going to do game share,
playing the old one.
if you're going to do game share, Donkey Kong supports game share.
Okay.
So you can buy one copy of the game and then play across two Switches. You can play with your kids at the same time. You can play together. Sitting across the room from each other. That's pretty cool.
Not a bad idea. If only I liked them like that.
Right. I'm never going to do that.
Not even a little bit.
I'm going to try to do it this week before Shaq because somebody asked us about game share and I was like, I haven't even looked at it. So I'm going to try. I'm going to play Jack and Poker or something, Clubhouse games, see how it works.
Yeah, I'm only playing Mario Kart with the kids. Otherwise, y'all can kick rocks. Go play your own stuff. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, I'm about the Zelda life. And now that I've finally gotten shields to everybody and got everybody going, I'm like excited to get back to actually playing it again.
Maybe I'll get that split fiction game and play it with my kids. Maybe they'll like that.
Yeah. Rebecca likes it a lot.
Get one copy and hey, we just all play it together.
I don't know if that does game share. I haven't looked into
That should do game share.
Yeah, but I think that game is meant to be played co-op. You're supposed to be playing together at the same time.
Yeah.
Either like online or like somebody sitting next to you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure out something.
Cool. Well, we've made it to the end. We suffered through a terrible Delvin story where he is no longer allowed to go on vacation without clearing it with me first because that was awful.
Yeah, off vacation.
So-
Terrible.
Will Switch 2 Man be the best version? No.
No.
You
How
lost
could it
your
be
fucking mind.
How could it be the best version?
Daniel,
It's not on the best console.
come on.
That was the top 5 dumbest motherfucking question we've got in a while.
I want
I
better
didn't
for
even
you,
understand
Daniel.
it.
I
Daniel.
want better for you. Please.
You are a highly intelligent individual. I know this for a fact. I've seen your intelligence. What happened?
Yeah. No, it's
Daniel.
definitely not going to be the first.
Have we
They're-
seen what
they're
Switch
very-
does with first time appearances?
They are very likely using a port of a copy from a year or two ago to build the Switch version off of.
Have
not
you
even
played
older.
WWE?
Like Cyberpunk is based off the PS4 version of it.
Yeah.
So like EA could just pull out, pre-next gen Madden, see how that works. So I
WWE
don't expect
2K
it to be.
18 was also a first on time on Switch.
I'm definitely buying Madden. Like I am day one on Madden, but it's interesting we have not seen like any actual Switch gameplay of the game
Haven't seen
yet.
nothing.
Nothing. It's just a logo. Like that doesn't evoke the most confidence, right? You're like, but it should. Like Madden scales very well. Like Madden is fine on Steam Deck. So like
It should be playable.
it should be be
Right.
good. Like it should be good. It should be at 60. You should be wearing 1080p 60 should be the bar for Madden on Switch 2. It should. I can't imagine it. If it's worse than that, we're in trouble. Because the Switch should be more than capable of doing that.
720.
Playing Madden on Ally was crazy. Like Madden played great on a ROG Ally. So I don't see there should, unless, like I'm not a fucking developer, as I say. I don't see a reason why, like I would know them anyway. Just but comparably speaking, I think we've seen a lot better than Madden run on Switch 2 just fine. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see.
We shall see.
But yeah, we haven't seen one bit of it. Not a clip.
Motion controls.
I've looked at her multiple times. Hey, put motion controls back in Madden. My QB mode. We play.
In the goddamn show, Dev.
Yeah. Until
In the
next time, play
motherfucking
some
show.
video games. Get the fuck out of here. We're done.
Nobody sleeping in the middle of the bed. The middle of the bed is only where you do the business. But when everybody's ready to sleep, it's the side of the bed that can't be beat. It's the middle of the bed where lovers meet. But when it comes time to slumber, it's the edges. Ooh, 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 the edges.